me know if y'all can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Get a few seconds to let this. Hold on, let me turn off. Alright, let me get a few seconds. Let me turn off my VPN. Let the internet catch up. Just 1 second. Let me turn off this VPN. It might lag for a second because I'm turning off my VPN. Alright, what up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? Y'all see anything? What's the screen look like? Can y'all see the screen? Alright, so we're gonna get into this. Hopefully the sound's okay. I got a couple different microphones that I'm gonna try out. I normally don't do live streams because I can't figure out for the life of me what's going on with my audio. I have like 6 different mics, 5 different cords, 3 different programs, but I can't figure out how to get the audio good. But hopefully this audio is good for you guys. If not, just go ahead and deal with the audio. I know it's a little bit messy. I do have some music playing in the background. Let me know if that's annoying, whatever the case may be. We're gonna go ahead and hop into the chart, showing you guys what is going on, what's popping off. Let me go ahead and pull up the chat here on my phone. Alright, so we're gonna hop into this. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you guys what we're looking at here. Alright, so we're starting to see SPY crash, SPY starting to capitulate. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hop into this. Some of y'all saying it's okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop into this, let you guys know what's going on. I wanted to hop on here and give you guys a quick live update on AMC, on what's going on AMC. So I wanted to give you guys an update on the barge pattern. I wanted to give you guys an update on SPY. I wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on with GME, because GME's down 5%, AMC's down 4%, and we're just seeing chaos in the market. So I want to give you guys a quick update on where we're going to be headed. So SPY, it looks like this head and shoulders from last night. I posted about this head and shoulders last night when we got the AAA credit rating drop down. I posted about that, letting everyone know what was going on with that and telling everyone that we had a pretty much guarantee of seeing downside for SPY. So I went ahead and bought some shares and some calls for SQQQ. I called this out in the Discord. I called this out to everyone, letting everyone know that this was a good play today. And SQQQ is setting up for a major rally here. So we can see that SQQQ is setting up for a huge rally to the upside, because we have this breakout of this falling wedge. And then we also have this reversal pattern right here, which is called a pennant. So it's a bullish pennant. These break to the upside when you see these, when you see upper resistance, when you see price break to the upside, and then you see come back down, confirming the upper resistance as support. That's going to be a reversal to the upside. We also have a possible double bottom here, one bottom bottom number 2 right here. And then on the larger time frames, we have a massive falling wedge here on SQQQ as well. So we're looking at that. And then also we can look at the US dollar. So if we go ahead and check out USD, yeah, I don't do many lives because of my audio, to be honest with you guys, but seems to be working, so we're gonna rock out with this. But so where was that? So we were seeing SQQQ break out of this fallen wedge here, which is obviously a bullish continuation pattern. You had this huge uptrend into this falling wedge, which is when SPY had this huge tear to the upside. What I'm thinking, based off of all the technical analysis that I'm seeing, so we're seeing this huge falling wedge on SPY, which is a bullish continuation pattern. We're seeing the US dollar start to raise. Now this is going to sound crazy, but what I think is going to be coming is a massive, massive crash. I'm not talking about back to 400. I'm talking about going past 400. I'm talking about going back to 350, 300 in that range. I have 2 price targets here for SPY down here on the lower end. So 276 and 328 are major price targets that I'm looking at for SPY off of this correction. I do think we're about to see a major capitulation. Another scenario that could happen for SPY is we see the market move sideways for about years, for like 10 years. This happens every once in a while where SPY will just move sideways for a long period of time. So we could see something like that as well. And then another thing I want to point out, which is more evidence that SPY is going to see a major correction, is the US dollar. So let's go ahead and show you guys the US dollar. And then we're going to get into AMC after this. Alright, so right here is DXY. DXY moves inverse of SPY, it moves inverse of Bitcoin, it moves inverse of risk assets. So when DXY goes up, SPY goes down. If we look at what DXY has been doing for the past couple of days, it's showing a lot of strength. We had this major downtrend. This is when SPY started to rip to the upside. We had this major downtrend on the US dollar. And now we are starting to see the US dollar find support at 99, get a beautiful bounce back to the upside, and it's now currently trying to break back into this bear flag channel. This was a bear flag that I called out for the US dollar. It was had this big long downtrend. Then we go into this bear flag consolidation, which is a bearish trend to continue to the downside. We see that break to the downside. It finds support here at 99. Getting this bounce back to the upside, and also several buy signals and a golden cross here, letting me know that the dollar is probably going to go back up to about 105, 107 in my personal opinion. This is going to cause a lot of pressure on risk assets like stocks and the stock market. I'm going to show you guys the golden cross here on the US dollar. So I want to pick up the moving averages. I think I have that one set. Okay, so that was not the golden cross. I might be mistaken. Let me see here on the hourly time frame. So here on the hourly time frame, we do have a golden cross, which is a bullish technical pattern. I thought it was a little bit higher than that in the hourly time frame. I thought I seen it on a higher time frame than that. So, but as you guys can see, there's bullish signals on the smaller time frame showing that DXY is gaining strength, which is going to be a problem for risk assets, and another reason why I think a major correction is going to be coming. So let's go ahead and look at AMC stock, show you guys what's going on for AMC and what I expect here in the future for AMC stock. Yeah, no problem, Sandy. What's up, Pimp C? What's up, Whimsy? Hey, Whimsy, you're a moderator. You already know. Let me go ahead and send out a few links real quick. Give me 1 second. Oh, go ahead and press that like button, y'all. Press that like button, press that thumbs up, please. And give me 1 second here. I'm going to send out some links and let everyone know that I'm live. The screen needs to be cleared. Alright, hold on. I'll make the screen. Hold on. I'll check that out in a second. What's up from Cali? J-Man. What's up, bro? I appreciate all of y'all stopping in, by the way. Everyone here right now, I appreciate y'all stopping in. Go ahead and press like. I don't normally do lives because I don't have everything set up right now correctly the way it needs to be. Working on that, but we're going to do a lot more lives. I want to live stream every single day. I want to live stream from market open to market close is what I really want to do. I bet y'all would enjoy that. Alright, give me 1 more second, just sending out a few links. I appreciate you, Sunshine. Yeah, the mic's a little fucked up. We just got to rock out with the janky stream. I'll be here for market open to close every day till after mall. So I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate you. Y'all the best, yo. Y'all the best. I appreciate y'all for real. Alright, let me get back on here. I'm just sitting on here live talking to y'all. Let me get back here to the TA. Alright, cool. Thanks, Whimsy. Alright, so let me get back on here. So again, the dollar is showing a lot of strength. So this is signs that we're going to be seeing that crash. Now, how's that going to affect AMC? What's going to happen to AMC? What's going to happen to our beloved AMC stock? That's what everyone wants to know. Well, let's see what the TA is saying. Let's see what the charts are saying. Let's see what the bar pattern is saying. Let's see what we can figure out here. So first thing I want to point out is we still have a crazy eerie similarity to the 2021 rally. I pulled this bars pattern from the 2021 January rally. Look at this. Look at this. This is crazy, right? Like, okay, so what I'm thinking is this iteration needs to continue to play out. What we're going to see next, if this continues to play out, and again, you have to remember, this is why I cannot give you dates. Anyone who's saying they can give you a date is lying. They cannot give you dates. The algo speeds up and slows down. They cannot give you dates. They can give you a range, but they cannot give you dates. What we should see here is AMC starting to recover. Now, this would correlate with SPY's recovery. What I expect to see from SPY is it to hold this 450 level. If it doesn't, we're going to see a bloodbath. I've already said this multiple times. If it does not hold 450, if we see SPY break down to 449, it's going to crash. But I expect it to hold this level and actually get a recovery back to the upside. Now, I'm a huge proponent that AMC MULN is going to correlate with a stock market crash. And it just so happens thank you, 10. I appreciate you. 10Ds, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, MC. Yeah, we always got to grow. We always got to improve. Got to keep moving forward. I'm learning with y'all. Man. I've only been a YouTuber for 2 years. I've been in stocks for a minute, but I've only been on YouTube for a year, 2 years, 3 years, something like that. So, so what I expect to see is AMC start to recover here. That's what I expect to see. Again, we could see it. We could see variations. TA is not an absolute. I'm not here to tell you that I know everything, but based off what I've been seeing, I've mostly been on point with it. Yeah, there's days where it's going to be off, manipulation here, or the TA is just wrong, whatever the case may be. But we mostly been on point. So what we're going to keep doing is continue to track this. And what we should see here from this point is a recovery for AMC. Now let's go ahead and see if we can see any technical analysis that would back that up. Do we see any type of recovery for AMC here? So let's go ahead and check out the charts, and let's go ahead and pop on. We want to use the Bollinger Bands. And we're going to go to the 4-hour time frame. And we're also going to... Alright, so as I always preach, guys, you always want to use multiple methods of confluence. You always want to use multiple methods to make sure that your prediction is going to be right. So when you guys are doing your technical analysis, because what I want to start doing as well is teaching people how to do technical analysis. Like if you guys want to learn or interested in how to read charts, whatever the case may be, I want to put out that kind of content as well. That was kind of when it's supposed to be like my main focus of the channel, was like educational. But so we have this double bottom off of $4.50 right here. We have a clear double bottom. We got this nice bounce off of $4.50. Now we have the bars pattern alliteration starting to play out. We can see this rounded hook formation, and we're starting to get that same rounded hook formation getting a bottom right where we need to be. What we should see is a push to the upside. What we want to see here, we're seeing the Bollinger Band starting to constrict, which is letting us know volatility is coming. We also are working on a MACD cross, so we have the MACD cross on the 4-hour time frame, and then on the hourly time frame we went into a bearish cross working on a bullish cross. Let's go ahead and show you guys the hourly time frame. So we have our bearish cross here, and we're working on a bullish cross. Let me do this. Let me zoom this in and see if it makes it. This should make the screen a little bit more clear. This should help too. So that should make it a little bit more clear. You can see that we're working on this bullish cross here on the hourly time frame, and again, this would correlate with that move to the upside that we're expecting based off of the bars pattern. Let's go ahead and look at the bars pattern a little bit more and give you guys an idea. Aston Ball. I think it's interesting to see how the recent AMC spike. I'm not telling you my age. Yeah, it's my computer. It's gonna be loud. My fault. Yeah, I apologize for the janky stream. My next streams are going to be a lot better, so just bear with me, guys. There's going to be some technical difficulties. I kind of just threw this thing on here to get on here because I seen everything going on. and wanted to get on here and give you guys some information on what's going on. AMC was down 3%, 4%. I had to get on here and let y'all know what's going on. So where was I at? Oh yeah, I seen a question about FTDs. Yeah, look at the FTDs right now. Look at this FTD data. Like, this is crazy. So there's a theory that I have on why this is being ignored, why we're still on the threshold security list. So we go ahead and look at threshold securities. Like, this whole thing's insane. I think we've been on threshold securities for about a month now. As of 8/1, so as of yesterday, we're still on the threshold security list. I don't know if it updated today yet. Let's see. Yeah, it didn't update today, but as of 8/1, we're still on the threshold security list. Look at these FTDs too. So another thing I think is this asset. I think that AMC itself is such a toxic asset. So I think AMC itself, Wyckoff accumulation. Oh yeah, let me look at that too. Let me show you guys that as well. Yeah, let me show you guys the Wyckoff accumulation. Oops, this is not that. This is not what I wanted. Yeah, so this is another thing I wanted to show you guys as well. Now, Wyckoff isn't necessarily my thing, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be an expert on Wyckoff, because I'm not. But check out the similarity to this Wyckoff accumulation. See if I can't find a better picture. Hold on. So what a lot of people are saying is this pattern right here is Wyckoff accumulation. So starting from here and moving down. And again, I'm not an expert on Wyckoff, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be an expert on Wyckoff. All I'm really doing is looking at the similarity of the patterns on this one. But you can see the starting point here, coming back down. You have this bump up. So let's go ahead and show you guys. Put these side by side. So you have your downtrend. You have your PS, which is point of support, I believe. So right here, you have your downtrend. This would be your PS. We go into our uptrend. We have our AR. AR right here. Go into a downtrend. Go into a downtrend. ST. This is going to be your support. And then you have this hump shape into your spring. So ST. This would be your hump shape right here, this rounded shape. And this area would have been your spring. Which would mean we have an uptrend coming. So there's that. This person wants to know if I'm married, do I have kids? Y'all want to just know my whole life, huh? Y'all want to know everything about me. Y'all want to know if I got kids, what my job is. Y'all got to join the Discord for that. It's like, y'all got to join the Discord for that type of information. Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all. Nah, I'm private, y'all. I ain't going to let y'all know all that. If y'all know that about me, that means you're in my personal circle. Oh, look at this. We got 0 shares available to borrow, y'all. 0 shares available to borrow, y'all. We're looking good. Let me go ahead and put some music on. I'm gonna put some non-copyrighted music on to make sure I don't get, you know, my stream sniped. Alright, so zero shares available to borrow. AMC recovery inbound. Let's go ahead and check out AMC on the smaller time frame to give you guys some TA on what's going on, what's popping off. I want to start doing this every day, so just look out for the live streams. I want to do, again, from market open to market close. I do this in my Discord, and then I mostly do it in my Discord. I take a break around lunch. But we just hang out, do technical analysis, and watch the charts. AA is not on our side. If you can get in the Discord, you can't ask questions like that. You're funny. You're funny. You're funny. Alright, so let me see what we're looking for MC. I don't really see any type of technical pattern so far. Let me know if the music's too loud, by the way. I don't really see any technical patterns as of right now. We could be forming I don't really see any trend lines. Yeah, so I don't really see any patterns I can identify here on the micro time frame. Let's go ahead and check the 15-minute time frame. Kind of have this expanding megaphone going on. Kind of this line here. Yeah, I'm not liking that. We kind of have a line of support right here, but I'm not liking that too much. Go ahead. You guys got any questions? You guys got any questions except for like, where do I live? We kind of got like this going on here. This ain't nothing. Don't put too much context into this, I would say. Kind of got a little something going on. Y'all got any questions or whatever? Like any questions y'all want to ask about the squeeze or? Short interest still sitting at 29.05%. Yo, how do we have so much short interest on a stock that's near its 52-week lows? It makes no sense. And you guys got to remember, so we have 29% short interest, right? So we got 29% short interest. How much short interest are we not seeing? Let's look at the put to call ratio real quick. Let me get a couple other charts on here too. And check on the crypto market. What's my social security number? It is, yeah, that's a good one. 000000000. I have an option. Oh man, y'all just flooded it. Is it squeezed in August? I'm not giving no dates. I'm not giving no dates on YouTube. I'm not. I refuse. I'll give you guys a range of when I think it could be. I'm not giving no dates. You think the low is 450? Yes, I think the bottom is 450. I think the bottom is 450. Question Win Lambo. Win Lambo? Okay. Let's go ahead and check out Win Lambo. Alright, so if y'all really want an estimate on dates. If y'all really want an estimate on dates here. Alright, so if I had to give you guys an estimate on dates, I would not take this to the bank, but this iteration needs to play out. We need to see this play out. So what I've been letting everyone know is my next point of interest on when this thing is going to be actually running to the upside is there's two options. Judge Hearn makes the call. We see a black swan or a white swan, which is extremely rare. Or, what was the other one? Judge Hearn, the black swan, white swan. Oh, and earnings, possibly a very good earnings could be a catalyst as well. But other than those three things, we don't have any catalyst because you need a catalyst to give us the momentum we need. Other than that, the next time I could see us actually making a big move like this big 100% move that we made here is not until the end of August. So we still got a whole nother month of waiting. The range of what I'm looking for is the last week of August. If you guys really want to know a range, I'm not giving you a specific date. But that is what I'm looking for. Thank you, Lawrence. I appreciate you. Disney chart. Okay, I'll check out Disney. DIS, I think it is, right? DIS. You think APE runs to all-time highs? So okay, we'll check APE. We're gonna check out APE real quick. So APE has been running inverse of AMC. So APE has been going up when AMC goes down. We can see that clearly right now. Now, I have a theory that APE is actually going to go to at least this $3 mark. This is actually the minimum I could see APE going to. I believe that APE is going to return to this $3 mark. I actually believe APE's going to go to $5 if you guys are asking me. I believe APE is going to move to $5. In my personal opinion. Do you invest in crypto? I'm a huge proponent in crypto. I think crypto is going to be... I'm a huge proponent on crypto. I think crypto is going to be worth way more in the future. I think crypto is highly undervalued right now. I think that the fact that the economy is going to be crashing, I believe that Bitcoin is actually going to be worth an insane evaluation that we can't really fathom right now. I know that $1 million a coin sounds crazy, but with hyperinflation and what I believe is coming, it is actually a possibility. I do believe we'll see Bitcoin at least $80,000 a coin this bull cycle. The next bull run, I believe that Bitcoin will hit at least $80,000. As far as AMC for today, I just want to call this out right now. I do believe 460 is the bottom. I called this out in my video as well. I let you guys know that AMC had to come down to 460 and hold 460 to see this pattern continue to play out. It looks like we're doing that right now, getting that bounce early time frame, and I'll answer a couple more questions. I just want to show you guys what's going on with AMC right now. So we do have this bars pattern fractal right here, showing you guys that we had this big push to the upside, then we had this big drop down, we get this nice spike up, and then we get this hook shape that you're seeing right now. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way. Again, the algo is extremely compressed, so it's hard to fit it exactly over top of this without making it look like just a bunch of squiggly lines. But you can see that we're getting that hook shape and starting to get that bounce. What we want to see from AMC next, if this algo or if this bars pattern is going to continue to play out, we want to come back up to at least the previous high of $5. We want to retest $5, and that should be within the next, I would say Friday or Monday. We should be at $5 by Friday or Monday if this algo or if this pattern is going to continue to play out. But look at the eerie similarity of this price structure right here. We have this push to the upside. We have this curve movement right here. Look at that curve movement right here. Look how much it's traveling the same. Now, a lot of people are asking me about the run up, because the run up is only to like $8 or something like that. It's $15. It's the run up's to $12. I've explained this in my videos that when we break the golden zone on AMC, when we break the $8 to $12 mark on AMC, the golden zone that I always talk about in my videos, $8 to $12, come back down and use that as support. We're going to keep going to the upside based off of all the technicals that I'm seeing, based off of everything that I'm seeing, that that $12 is not the top. So you don't have to worry about that. We also have way too much short interest. We have way too many fails delivered. We have way too much cost to borrow. There's just no way that this run up isn't going to be bigger than the last run up. Look at the last run up. Look how many FTDs we had on the last run up. Look how many FTDs we have now. And look how price has been suppressed this whole time. That means all of these FTDs here are going to be a problem. And then we have clear signs of desperation because you can see the short interest rising and rising and rising. What do I think about XRP? I gave an XRP prediction here. So let me guys show you what I think about XRP. I'm gonna just go to my Twitter for this. I gave a prediction on XRP on yesterday. I don't want to compare. Alright, here's my prediction for XRP. So XRP is building up a huge bullish pennant right here. You guys can see that we had all-time highs back here, back in, I believe this is the 2017 crypto bull run, which was absolutely insane. Then we had the 2020 crypto bull run, which was right here. And you can see we connected the high from the 2017 rally to the 2020 rally, and then to this current rally, which is forming a massive bull pennant. We also have this uptrending support here on the lower half. Now I want to point out that RSI is extremely overbought right now. So your purple line is the RSI, your yellow line is your moving average of the RSI. You can see that RSI is trading at about 64. Now we have had RSI back in 2017 go as high as 80, and in 2021 go as high as 80 as well. So it's not necessarily overextended in historical context where you couldn't see this thing continue to move to the upside, but that's why a lot of people sold at this level here when this rally occurred, because they knew about this trend line and they watched the RSI. Now if we see Bitcoin go into a bull cycle, which I do think it will go into, we will see XRP at about $3. So we could see XRP at $3 to $5. As crazy as that sounds. My low end for the price target is $1.50. So I'll go ahead and go to Twitter to explain that to you guys. Yeah, the golden zone. SPY. Oh, SPY's crashing. Man, that SQQ is paying out right now. Yeah, SQQ is paying out right now. I called that one out. AMC, I'm expecting recovery. And notice, I want everyone to notice how SPY is tanking, but AMC is holding support. I just want everyone to notice that. I believe that AMC is going to decouple from SPY. I believe that Bitcoin is also going to decouple from SPY, but I believe that it's gonna have to have some pullback with SPY before it does decouple. I think because of the fundamentals, I believe that Bitcoin is more like gold. It's like a better gold, because Bitcoin has an absolute fixed cap. Also, it's hard to carry around $1 million worth of gold. You can carry around $1 million worth of Bitcoin very, very easily. You can transfer borders with $1 million worth of Bitcoin. But let's go to show you the macro technicals for Bitcoin right now. So we have this breakout of this falling wedge here from the last bull run. You guys can see that we had this push to the upside. We're in this ascending triangle right now, which is a overall bearish pattern. Once you get to the top of it, I do think we will travel to the top of this ascending triangle, which is about 32,000, 35,000, around that range. Come back down and break down and use this strong resistance and support of 31,000 as support. We're having a hard time breaking 31,000 because it's a very, very strong resistance and support. It has been the last resistance and support of the last bull run. You can see it was support of the last bull run. We came back down to 30,000, used it as support for the bull run. Once we broke 30,000, we went into the bear market. Now you guys can see that we did have this bear market double bottom off of 15,000. This is why I do believe 15,000 is the bottom for Bitcoin. We had extreme fear, and I loaded up because I heard people saying Bitcoin was dead. I knew as soon as I heard people say Bitcoin is dead, buy a shit ton. So we went ahead and did that, in profit massively. Not here to brag about that though. And we're going ahead, and I do think we're going to break this $31,000 level, push to the upside with this macro ascending wedge, come back down, use it as support, and then continue back to the upside into 2024, which is the Bitcoin halving, which I do believe we're going to see a bull run by then. That would allow XRP to go to prices of these higher valuations here of $1.70. If Bitcoin is over 50,000 or near 50,000, I think that XRP could easily hit $2, $2.50, $3. Now, I will say this. If we see XRP take over, are you also tracking Dogecoin? If we see XRP take over and really become the cross-border payment standard, then it could reach $10, $15. I don't want to hype people up with that, because based off of the charts, and that's how I like to roll, it's not going to reach those valuations. But you also have to look at fundamentals as well. I always put fundamentals in my decisions when investing. You guys have any other charts you want me to look at? Anything you guys want me to look at? I'm going to go ahead and clean some of this up. As far as today, right now we're seeing a bloodbath. I want to show you guys crypto bubbles for the month though, and for the year. So let's look at some of these coins are up insane valuations. But yeah, that's my thoughts on XRP. Dogecoin. Am I tracking Dogecoin? Yeah, I have some TA on Doge. Is the stream still good? I might where to buy XRP. So right now, I'm not really sure of a good place to buy XRP. So there is another choice that you could pick, which is called XLM, Stellar XLM, and Stellar XLM can be bought from pretty much anywhere. Coinbase. So when I talk about crypto, I highly suggest you guys buy from Coinbase. I highly suggest you guys buy from Coinbase when I talk about crypto. Coinbase does charge a fee, but it's pretty safe. So I would highly suggest looking at Coinbase when it comes to crypto. Now, when it comes to holding your crypto, you never want to hold your crypto on an exchange. You want to put your crypto in a wallet. You never want to put your crypto on an exchange. You want to put your crypto in a hard wallet, or a wallet like Exodus. But you never, ever want to leave your crypto on exchanges. Like something like FTX could happen. You could see a massive crash and all your money will be gone. So that's just one thing you never want to do when it comes to crypto. But also there is another coin, XLM. You can buy Stellar XLM. I'll show you guys what XLM charts look like. So XLM took off with XRP as well. And in fact, XLM actually outperformed XLM actually outperformed XRP for a while. So here we have Stellar XLM. As you guys can see, it's actually working on a bull flag. Very steep angle here. Alright, so you have this big push to the upside, then you have this bull flag forming on Stellar XLM. This is on the daily time frame. Go ahead and look at the 1 week time frame. So possible price targets for Stellar XLM would be I believe it went higher back in this bull run here. I believe this doesn't have all of the price history. I think that Stellar XLM was around 2017. But we can see right here is the absolute peak at 80 cents. So I could see Stellar XLM going to 50 cents, 80 cents, and then of course if it were to travel with XRP, you would see Stellar XLM at least $2 to $5, and it's only 14 cents right now. And this is another coin. When it comes to crypto, crypto is like a really interesting world. When it comes to crypto, you want to look at fundamentals, you want to look at the community behind the project, and you want to look at how many coins it has. Like does it have a fixed cap? And then here's a great site for you guys as well if you're interested in crypto. It's called LunarCrush. You go to LunarCrush.com, and this will tell you the top 10 altcoins by social media ranking. And normally when you see an altcoin doing well in the social media ranking, that means you're going to see a big price pop from that coin. So we can go ahead and show you guys, for example, right now. We're going to go to Crypto Bubbles, and you guys will see, alright, see KAS for the year up 6,000%. And it's one of the top coins by social media ranking. Now if we go look at the last hour, you will probably see similar results. We can see the XDC, which is another XLM coin. XDC is like XRP. So if you can't find XRP, you can buy XDC and you can buy XLM. Look, XDC, number 2. This is how you find altcoins before they pump. You go to LunarCrush.com, and then another way you can find altcoins before they pump is of course Twitter, and then of course you can use CoinGecko. You go to CoinGecko. Yeah, I post about crypto. I used to post at least once a week. I really like crypto. Once MOAS is over, I'm going to be getting out of the stock market. I'll use the stock market index funds. So what I'm going to do when I recommend Exodus Wallet. Go ahead and press like, y'all. Press like if you're just coming into the stream. Someone said in the chat, use Uphold Exchange for XRP. Thank you, BK, for letting everyone know. Use Uphold Exchange for XRP. Then Hey It's Bob said use a Nano Ledger. I do believe that as well. You always want to use a hard wallet or a ledger. A ledger is the better option, but if you don't want to pay for a ledger, you always want to use a wallet. Never, ever, ever leave your coins in exchange. Whimsy is right about XRP, XLM, and XDC. They are all part of the same group, which is the play on banking coins. Which coin is going to be used by the banks? And again, that is XLM, XRP, XDC. Me personally, I hold XRP and XLM. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button too, please. Hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and being here. Thank you, Whimsy Chick, for moderating. I appreciate you. I will be doing a lot more live streams. I want to stream pretty much every day, like kind of like a Matt Kors did, but I want to make sure that I get everything on the up and up before I start streaming every day. This is kind of like a test run today. I'm working out the kinks with the mic, with making sure the screen's visible, with making sure the internet is running smoothly. So I'm working everything out. We're getting that sorted out today. So by the end of the week, we should be good to go, and you guys will see a lot more live streams from me. Let's go ahead and check on AMC. But yeah, you go to CoinGecko if you want to find coins before they pump, and then you go to gainers and losers, and that's a good way to find them. But the best way to find them before they pump is LunarCrush. Let's go ahead and go back to AMC. Check on AMC. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Need a terminal. Alright, we're starting to see SPY hold support at 150. If SPY breaks 150, you're going to see that thing absolutely tank. Me personally, based off of the technical analysis, I do believe 150 is going to be holding. But we're definitely seeing evidence that the top is in. This looks like a massive head and shoulders, right? This looks like a crazy head and shoulders forming right here. Right here is going to be your shoulder. Right here is going to be your head. If we make one more shoulder, if we get this recovery, make one more shoulder. It's going to pop on AMC. Yeah, but guys, me personally, I'm getting out of the markets. What I'm going to use is my passive income strategy, which I use dividends, high yield savings account, and crypto staking to get payments every single month. So I make sure that I get passive income payments every single month based off of crypto staking, dividends, and then of course high yield income savings. What you do is you buy stocks that pay out dividends, you put your money in cryptos that pay staking, and then you put your savings account in a high yield savings account, and this will pay you every single month, giving you passive income. So I will continue using things like SPY and SQQQ for that. A good way to keep your money very, very leveled is put the same amount in SQQQ and SPY at the exact same time. You want to do buy orders almost at the exact same time or the same time. Put your money in there and then just let it ride out and get dividend payments. Not financial advice. shit. Alright, AMC's current price sitting at 478, 478. Again, we are looking for a recovery here on AMC. We're actually looking pretty good right now. AMC starting to get a strong bounce, which is what we need from the bars pattern. Alright, look how beautiful this is playing out, guys. Look how beautiful this is playing out right now. We're getting that exact bounce that we need to continue playing out this shape. This is why, and I'm not throwing shots at anyone, I'm not throwing shade at everyone. I'm just saying that people using the bars pattern, they have the position wrong. I don't think anyone could have thought that this was the 2020 rally. I don't think anyone could have thought that. But look how similar the price action is. We're getting that bounce exactly like the bars pattern is calling for, getting that push to the upside. Look at that. So we're waiting for that to play out. We're going to check on a few other. If you guys have any tickers you want me to look at, go ahead and tell me some tickers you want me to see, or if you want me to do any TA on a certain asset class. Alright, AMC is looking really good right now. This is looking perfect. We're getting SPY starting to recover as well, so I do think SPY is going to start getting a recovery here. Let's go ahead and check out GME stock. I'm going to check out GME on the trading view as well. Alright, so GME loves to follow SPY so much more than AMC. Look how similar GME follows SPY so much the same. Look how similar the price action for GME and SPY are right now. You see SPY over here with this gap down. You see GME with this gap down. There's a wick here. Let's go ahead and do this so you guys can see. Alright, so you can see GME has this push to the downside. SPY has this big push to the downside. Then we see it continue to bleed out, continue to bleed out. Then we see SPY start to get a recovery and bounce. We see GME start to get a recovery and bounce. GME likes to follow SPY so much more than AMC. But GME and AMC are on the same algos. Don't get that confused. So I have some information for GME for you guys here. So we're going to look at GME algos and fractals and bars patterns, all that. What's up, Benjamin? What's up, Benjamin? Benjamin been here for a minute. I appreciate you, bro. Whimsy chick doing her thing in the chat. I appreciate you, Whimsy. Yeah, sorry about the mic. I apologize. So one thing I gotta work on is testing out different mics. So it's kind of hard to test out mics live. But I have 3 different mics here that I'm going to be testing out. So I have another mic that I'm going to be testing. What I think is actually the stream connection. So I have another router setup that I'm going to be working with as well. So I'm going to be working on all of that. I don't know if you guys know, but I used to run a cybersecurity channel on networking and coding and all of that stuff. Data zero. So if the reverse split goes ahead and we do not, okay, so that's a crazy question, right, bro? Everyone wants to know, like, now everyone thinks, or let me gather my thoughts here. So people are wondering about the reverse split, and me personally, I believe that the reverse split is not going to happen. Okay, I want to say that first and foremost. But if there were a reverse split, what I'm going to be personally doing is holding. I know that I said that I would sell before. I want to say for the record that I will be holding no matter what. I'm just going to hold. I'm going to hold no matter what. If there were a reverse split, and I want to make it very clear that I believe that a reverse split is not happening, but I will be holding. But if there's a reverse split, I believe that the play is over. Would brokers have to purchase AMC shares to pay us the cash? Would that push the price up because of synthetics? I believe that if there was a reverse split, that I believe that a reverse split is actually something that would be used to get rid of the synthetics. It would get rid of the FTDs. No, GME did not fall below the wedge. The wedge is currently at $20 even. GME is still inside of its wedge, its macro wedge. It actually went down and tested that as support. So GME's good. GME's good. But yeah, I believe the reverse split would literally clean everything up. It would get rid of all of these FTDs that we're seeing. It would get rid of the synthetic shares. And that is why I am a huge proponent for not having the reverse split, but why I also think it's way too convenient and why I fear it so much. It's not like a conspiracy. It's too perfect, because it would get rid of this big problem that the shorts have. The shorts have a huge problem. They have a huge problem with the FTDs. They have too many synthetics, and they're trapped in a crazy toxic short position. So if you had all of these problems, and you had all of these people on the other side that are doing research and figuring things out and starting to learn, you have a big problem. You got all these FTDs, you got all of these synthetics, and you got proof that you messed up. How can you make this go away? Let's do a reverse split, clean out all of the FTDs, let's get some dilution, because we need that so we can get shares, so we don't have to buy them from the people holding them for MOAS prices. We need the shares, so let's get some dilution. Let's get a little conversion in there too, to convert APE into AMC, to not only save the APE short positions, because we're seeing APE short interest start to climb as well, and we know there's shorts trapped in the APE, but not only save the APE short positions and get them out with the conversion, but let's have a reverse split as well. That way we can get out of our AMC toxic short positions. APE shorts can get out of their toxic short positions. All of the FTDs can be erased in the conversion, in the reverse split. Then we can short the stock back down and make all of our money back that we lost trying to short this thing into the ground and fight the apes. And that is why I cannot trust the reverse split. It is just too convenient. It's too convenient. It's too convenient, man. It's too convenient, bro. Like it's just, it's too convenient, bro. Now some of y'all might think this is foolish. Not only do I believe in the facts, but I believe that God is on our side. I believe that we are actually the side of good. I believe that the common people will win this. As crazy as this all sounds, I like to keep myself based in facts when talking on here, but I believe that we are on the correct side, and we're going to be the ones that are victorious. Let's go ahead and look at Palantir, PLTR. PLTR, I see a couple people talking about PLTR. Let's go ahead and look at Palantir, show you guys what's going on with Palantir. We're going to look at Palantir. PLTR. Alright, so we're going to get Palantir up on here for you guys. So Palantir actually has some news. There's some news with Palantir. They are working with the Ukrainian government to help use their algorithm and algo to predict things. There's a huge amount of resistance here at $20. We can see that it found support right here. Let's go ahead and pop on some trend lines. So this is actually a play I'm looking at. I don't want to call it out just yet. So don't take this as me calling it out as a buy, but this is a play that I'm looking at for a potential runner. And let me explain why. Alright, so Palantir has a catalyst for possible upside, and then also we have this really strong uptrend here, and then we have this period of consolidation in between this $16 and $20 range. I do expect it to consolidate in this range, but if it pushes above $20, that is going to be a clear sign that we're going to get a nice pop to about, let's go ahead and see where our price target would be. So we could see Palantir after it breaks $20 go to about $26. Now the thing about this $26 level is going to be, this is going to be major resistance right here. This $26 level. If Palantir can break this $30 level, I do apologize. If Palantir can break $30, it's going to soar, because if you look, this was almost the previous all-time high. There's little price action up here, so what's going to happen is if it breaks up into this range, it's going to go into price discovery mode, and we could see this thing absolutely rip. It looks like it's also doing a bit of a Wyckoff accumulation. We just had the Wyckoff up here as well. So again, you see this push to the downside. You see a point of support here. This is a Wyckoff accumulation on Palantir, guys. This is a Wyckoff accumulation on Palantir, so we can see this push to the downside. Then you see this movement to the upside, AR, then down to ST. Again, I'm not a Wyckoff expert. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I am. I'm just very good at seeing patterns on the chart. But you can see that you have this push down, then you have your push to, let's go ahead and run through this properly. So we have our movement to our downside, which is our point of support here, down to our PS. Right here's your PS. We have a pop to the upside. That's going to be our AR. I think that's called an automatic retest. So you're going to have your automatic retest right here. Then we're going to come back down to a lower low, which is going to be your ST. Then we can see this hump shape right here. It's kind of like a hump to a low. So we can see that hump shape right here to a low, which is your spring. So this was your spring here. Then you can see up to a high. So that would be, I believe your sign of strength is up here. Again, I'm not a Wyckoff expert, but look at this. This is a Wyckoff accumulation. So what you're probably going to see is Palantir. I wish I'd seen this earlier. This is a great play. So you'll easily see Palantir go back up to this $28 level, and that's exactly what the charts are telling me. This is also a double bottom. Bottom number 1 right here, and bottom number 2 right here. So even if you don't want to go into all that and say it's a Wyckoff accumulation, you can just say it's a double bottom. Bottom number 1. How's my brush working? Too many buttons. Hit too many buttons. Alright, anyways, bottom number 1 right here, off of $6, and then bottom number 2 off of $6 again. So right here's a clear double bottom, which would send you all the way back up to $27, $30 very, very easily. So you have a Wyckoff accumulation. You also have a double bottom here. RSI is kind of hot right now, so again, I would expect it to pull back down to the $16 range. I think Wyckoff would call for that too. Wyckoff calls for it to accumulate here. So what you should see is like accumulation in between this this point of support here and this point of resistance here of $20, and then a point of support of $18. So I believe it's going to accumulate in this like $20 to $16 range. And again, it's a little bit late for all of the gains, but you could definitely get a good bit of gains. And then there's no telling how high this could go once it breaks that $30 mark. So Palantir looks really good in my personal opinion. And now that I've done more tech TA on it, it's one I was looking at based off of news. Now that I've done some more technical analysis on it, I'm going to, in my personal opinion, say that's a buy. Yeah, AMC is not going to go bankrupt. You guys got any other questions? Any other tickers you want to look at? Let's go ahead and check on AMC. AMC looking good. AMC is looking really good. So we're getting the bounce that we need for AMC. Alright, so again, the bars pattern is saying we're going to get a strong bounce here, and look what we're seeing. Look what we're seeing on AMC right now. So you guys are seeing the bars pattern literally play out in real time. This is crazy. Look at that. What we want to see next is, let's go ahead and show you guys what we could possibly see next. So we want to see it come up into like a bull flag and kind of do like this. Yeah, so we want to see it return. We want to see price return to about 550 at the minimum. That is the lowest we want to see price come to right now. And again, I called out in the video that I posted earlier that we want to see this bottom here at $4.60, and that's exactly where it came in at, I believe. Let's go ahead and see where the bottom came in at. I do believe AMC is going to hold this point right here and continue back to the upside. Yes, we got a bottom off of $4.68. I think I called out $4.60 in the video. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that one. So let's go ahead and check out SPY. SPY is getting a little bit of recovery here. I do expect SPY to recover. Also reporting on 0 shares available to borrow, so we are going to start seeing that short pressure start to be relieved. Let's go ahead and check out the dark pool data for AMC. Alright, so dark pool data for today is 62%. 62% dark pool data right now, y'all. We kind of have this expanded megaphone pattern forming. If we can break above this resistance here, we're going to get that push that we need. So the TA is starting to line up with the bars pattern as well. So we're seeing this expanding megaphone. If we can get above this blue line right here, we can get the support that we need, which would give us the break to that 550, 580 level, which is what we're looking at for the bars pattern to continue playing out. So we're looking good on this. TA and bars pattern starting to give confirmation. Again, we want to see a break out of this expanding megaphone and a push to the upside, kind of making a bull flag type pattern and then continuing up. Go ahead and press that thumbs up button. Press the thumbs up button. Yeah, so a lot of people think AMC is going to be going bankrupt, and that's just not true. Adam Aaron said that because he wanted to kill momentum. The EMA is about to cross. Why don't you talk about HKD? HKD, okay, I'll talk about HKD, but HKD is going to be a pump and dump, y'all. It's not. So let me explain something. We're seeing all of these stocks pump because they need liquidity right now because SPY is crashing. Like how I try to explain to you guys about how tech stocks are used as collateral for AMC shorts. When SPY goes down, margin calls come in. What do you need for margin? You need cash. You need liquidity. That's why we're seeing stocks like TUP and all of these penny stocks pump to the upside. Now, y'all made it sound like HKD was running. HKD is kind of. We could, let's see. This possibly could be an accumulation. Me personally, I wouldn't put my money in this. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm not saying it's a bad play. You could make a lot of money off this play. You could make a lot of money off playing it right. But me personally, I wouldn't do it. And I wouldn't do it because it's risky, but also because it's helping. It's literally helping the shorts. It's like lending your shares out. It's giving the shorts the liquidity they need so they don't get margin called, so AMC doesn't squeeze. TUP is another one of those plays. TUP is one of the pump. And I'm not calling them pump and dumps to discourage you guys from looking at them or whatever. But TUP is also one of those plays that you're seeing being pumped for liquidity. I'll go ahead and check out TUP charts and then a couple other suggestions. Give me a second here to catch up on suggestions. We're going to check out TUP. But this is another example of stocks being pumped to be used for liquidity. And this is proof because we're seeing SPY dump. And look what they're doing. This is why I say AMC goes deeper than anyone could imagine. This is why I say, like, the short positions on AMC are so toxic that they're going to crash the market. And that is why the SEC ignores the FTDs That is why the SEC ignores being on the threshold security list. That is why the DTCC ignores the threshold security list and the FTDs and the manipulation, which we track every single day. Like there's times where I've done videos and showed you guys the short shares that they used, when they've used them, mixed with the dark pool volume, and then on my Discord live streams, I'll point out algorithmic trading and all types of stuff. We see so much manipulation on a day-to-day basis, and then when your CEO comes out and says the stock's going to be bankrupt after a 100% rally, that is absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. And it is very, very foolish for anyone to follow somebody who's continually done things to hurt the play. I'm not saying... that's why I have to wake apes up about Adam Aaron. I have to. So as far as this looks okay, guys. Let me go ahead and show you guys a quick little bit of TA on here. You want to watch for RSI on something like this, and also something for a play like this you want to realize is risk and reward. Okay, so you see this stock has just run up a lot. That means there's a lot of risk involved. When it runs up a lot, that means there's a lot of risk. When it goes down a lot, that means there's going to be a lot of potential reward. You always want to look at your risk and reward. It looks to be finding support around this range. I want to see if it holds this range of support. If not, you're going to see it come back down to about here to find support. And if it comes back down to that range, it could potentially form a head and shoulders. Right here would be your shoulder. Then you'd push up. Right here would be your head. And then you would form another shoulder as you find support here, getting a bounce. This is why I want to do TA live for you guys, because I could be so much more helpful for you guys if I do this live. I could show you guys so much. Alright, so we'll get a bounce here. Then we'll come up, we'll form a shoulder, and see a overall capitulation to the downside. So that's a huge risk for something like this. So you want to watch out for that. Go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see. So right here is something you definitely want to watch for, and it looks like it's currently getting a breakdown right now and actually testing this line as resistance. So I actually would expect this to come back down to about $2.60. And then you want to watch for that head and shoulders pattern. Now, I will say, if it can find support in this $2.60 range, you could see a continuation to the upside, but I would want to see some type of falling wedge, some type of bullish continuation pattern form before I make that type of trade. So if I were doing this personally, like taking this from the mindset of how would I play this, if I were 100% looking at a trade on this, I would want to I would wait a little bit, because I would want to see if it's going to hold these levels. Now we could possibly be seeing a wedge form. We could possibly be seeing that. Let me show you guys. That would look like we could possibly be seeing a wedge form, and this is what you would want to see if we're going to get a bounce to the upside. But again, you would have to be very, very careful of this resistance line, because if it does not break that resistance and gets rejected, even though it's getting this uptrend from the wedge, if it does not have enough momentum to break this resistance, that's going to be a clear head and shoulders pattern, and that is not going to be good. So I would just check that out. RSI hit overbought here as well, but right now it's cooling off. So this play doesn't look horribly bad, but there's so much risk involved that me personally, I would not put my money in this stock. But it's one of the stocks that are being pumped for liquidity, in my personal opinion. So it could go high. You know, you never know. But again, there's a lot of risk, but a lot of risk equals a lot of reward. Yeah, that's crazy about Cinemark, right? It's crazy about Cinemark. Thank you, Dr. Green Thumb, for being like number 60. Thank you, David, for being appreciative. I thank you. Mike is calling out a EMA cross on AMC. So that's going to be a bullish sign. Let's go ahead and look at AMC. Alright, and we're going to pop one. Alright, AMC is starting to look really bullish for that reversal that we're looking for. AMC starting to look really, really bullish for this reversal. And again, we're looking for this push to the upside. I think I'm gonna do is is Tupperware party still a thing? That's funny. Alright, so we got RSI getting kind of hot on AMC right now. So I do expect it to have a little bit of pullback here. A regular MACD, bro. So that moving average cost. Alright, if you guys have any other tickers you want me to look at, I might end up switching internets here. I might end the stream and then put on a different internet. That way it runs a little bit more smoothly. Go ahead and plug this in. But yeah, I want to start streaming market open to market close. Let's go ahead and check in on SPY. See what's happening on good old SPY. SPY is starting to get a little bit of recovery. I expect AMC and SPY to get some resistance here. There's a gap fill up here for SPY, so it will get a bounce. What did AA say on this tweet? He said that we're going bankrupt. That we're going bankrupt and all of our investments going to zero. Why would you tell people that? That's what I want to know. Bitcoin, $29,137. Zero shares available to borrow for AMC. We have current dark pool volume at 62%. Failure to deliver is still going through the absolute roof. We also have cost to or short interest sitting at 29.05%. Off exchange short volume 7 million shares plus. As of 2 hours ago, they used all of their shares to get the downside that we see. I want to point out something on AMC as well. I want you guys to notice very, very clearly that they are having less and less and less effect over us. They are becoming less and less effective at holding us down and keeping us from moving to the upside. Extend this out. So I'm expecting AMC to come up to about 485, if so, in that range. And again, if we break out of this expanding megaphone, that will give us the push that we need to get this recovery on the larger time frames for the bars pattern to play out. Let's go ahead and show you guys a larger time frame. And again, it's hard to get it exactly right over top, but you get the basic idea of what we want to see. A recovery back to the upside, getting a rejection from that 530 level, kind of building like a bull flag type formation right here, finding support, getting a push back up to 560 region in this higher trading range, not quite able to break out of it, and then coming back down to this lower trading range where we find support for quite some time, and then get a rally to the upside. I don't know if you guys remember the time where AMC was flat for I don't know if you guys were in AMC then, but if you were in AMC, you will remember a time where after it ran up to $20, where it was just flat. It was flat on like $12 to $14 for like 2 weeks. That's going to be this period here, and then after that is when we see the move to the upside. So if we see AMC come back up into this accumulation range in this forward, it's between $4.80 and $5.30. If we see AMC move into that range and just accumulate for like 3 weeks, we know what is going to happen. And I don't know Judge schedule directly off the top of my head, but I believe she's on vacation till the end of August. If anyone wants to verify that in the chat, let me know if they know Judge Zern's schedule, but I believe she's on vacation to the end of August. So we could see this thing actually get some kind of resolution by then. Can we possibly get a shout out to my wife Justina, as it's our anniversary? I'm a horrible husband. All right, shout out to Justina. Shout out to Justina. Happy anniversary. I hope y'all have a great day. I wish AMC squeezed right now so y'all would be rich. But unfortunately, we have to wait a little bit. But shout out Justina. Thoughts on BBYQ? Thoughts on BBYQ? I got you. Thoughts on BBYQ? I got you. Got you, bro. 1 second. We're gonna check out BBYQ. So I've been a long-standing proponent. I try not to flip-flop on anything. I try to keep consistent with the information I put out, because once I do my research and put it out there, I believe in what I say. But I think that BBYQ is going to be running with us. I said that a lot. I do believe it's going to be running with AMC. I believe it's part of the meme stock basket. Even though it got switched to the OTC market, whatever it's called, I do believe that we will still see a rally. And if you look at BBYQ, we're going to look at the charts here. But if you look at BBYQ charts, you can see that it found a bottom. Let's go ahead and just do this. We can see that we found a bottom on BBYQ, and it's been on an uptrend ever since. BBYQ should still be on here. So it's kind of making a falling wedge right here. Let me zoom out so I can. Alright, so this kind of looks like okay, so right now on the macro we look good, but on the short term you could see more downside. The macro looks good, but on the short term you could definitely see a little bit more downside on BBYQ. For some reason GME and BBYQ are just, they look real bearish. So I'm going to be actually looking into that a lot more on my next update. This could be like, let's see what I'm seeing here. So I'm afraid of like a head and shoulders type pattern right here, where you'd have a shoulder, a head here, and then come up and kind of form like a shoulder right here, taking you back down to this range. I don't really, you could have a bullish accumulation in this range here, and this is on the short term, this is on the daily. Again, the macro looks good. I do believe these stocks are going to be running with AMC and GME, but you could have like a bullish accumulation right here in this range. So it'd be like something like this, where you accumulate here, and if we can get a break above this and use this as support, you would see a push back up. Also, if BBYQ can break this key level of 40 cents, you're going to see BBYQ fly. BBYQ has been having a hard time with 40 cents. If it can break 40 cents, BBYQ is going to absolutely rip. And also another thing about BBYQ is it has a crazy amount of options after the $1 mark. So if it can go to that 40-cent mark and get a push up to $1, which is really far, that's about another 60% run. But if you could see that, BBYQ could go crazy. I mean, imagine a stock going from 20 cents to like 10, 20, $30. That'd be nuts, right? Like, that's crazy. Look at the RSI, just oversold. Can it possibly? Yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out Justina. Happy anniversary. Truly wish MOAS was happening right now. Oh, someone gave me a super chat. What's up? Thank you. I appreciate you, dog. Real rugged DIY. Sounds like my kind of work too. What you do, like construction, restoration? What you into? 10% off the top. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that super chat, bro. You didn't have to do that. Is there any other stocks you guys want my opinion on? Any other tickers you want me to look at? Right now I'm an open book for tickers. I'll do tickers all day. Let me see if there's something I'm interested in. I don't really have any plays. I'm looking at SQQQ for my play. Speaking of which, how's SQQQ doing? I called this one out in the Discord. This one's a banger today. This one was too easy though, because once rates dropped, I mean, that was too easy. Or once we got the credit rating drop, that wasn't like some amazing call or anything like that. Alright, right now we're seeing a lot of red in the market. Microsoft down 2.46%. Apple's down 1.54%. Amazon down 2.51%. Tesla down 2.87%. And then, of course, Meta and Google at 2.50%, 2.50%. We do have some green stocks here in the healthcare sector. Johnson & Johnson is green. We do have ABBV as green, LLY, and PFE. Pfizer is experiencing green as well, and a couple in the consumer cyclical. And then customer staples as well, waste management, and a few others are green right now. NVIDIA down 5.20%. NVIDIA taking a big hit. NVIDIA was a stock I called out at $280 as a buy. I called out NVIDIA at $280 and Apple at $150. I took profit on the Apple trade. Me personally, I did not have a trade in NVIDIA, but I took profit on the trade in Apple, which appears to be right at the top. Sorry, I sound like I'm bragging. I don't mean to. I don't mean to sound like that. Don't mean to sound like that. But it was a good ass trade. What else do we got? Pop on the Twitter. And pop on the Amy. Where's Amy at? Let's go ahead and leave that up. Again, dark pool volume. Let's check out current dark pool volume. 63%. They're really trying to utilize this dark pool right now because Amy is starting to get a recovery. So So they're really trying to utilize this dark pool, and also they don't have any shares available to borrow. This is how we track the manipulation, okay? Dark pool, shares available to short, and then of course you can use Fintel. It's not the best site, but it's pretty good. You can use Fintel and Stonko Tracker, and between the two, you can get a pretty good time and estimation of when they're jumping the shares and when they're using the shares. You can see that they tried to use a lot this morning, and then they had 900,000, and they tried to use them throughout the day, which gave us a little bit of downside that we've seen. Getting a beautiful recovery off of that. Exactly what we're going to see for the bars pattern to continue playing out. But again, they're still trying to utilize these dark pools. 63%. This should be illegal. And then as well as the dark pools, they'll use things as like algorithmic trading, which is another method that they like to use, which helps keeps the price pinned to one place. They also use wash trading as well, and then of course short borrowed shares. If you haven't, go ahead and press that like button, and I appreciate all of you for tuning in. Again, we're working on quality of the streams, making sure that the streams will be better for next time. So just bear with me on this one. But don't worry, I always improve. So we will always move forward. Alright, so we have APE still running inverse of AMC. If you look at AMC on the hourly and APE on the hourly next side by side to each other, just look, ever since that run up, look at the price action. So ever since the run-up, APE and AMC have been running inverse of each other. They have a little bit before that. But look at this. What I believe is they're trying to hold APE down right now. If we go ahead and look at APE short interest. $13.91% right now. APE short interest is increasing. I think they're trying to hold APE down, and I think APE is also setting up for a short squeeze as well. A lot of people think that APE is going to go worthless and stuff like that, and I'm not saying go buy APE over AMC. Me personally, I hold AMC, APE, and GME, but I'm just pointing it out there. If you do hold APE or have APE, when do you see AMC moving back up? So we should see AMC starting to recover here shortly. So let's go ahead. So by Friday, we should definitely see a recovery. We should actually see, I don't want to get anyone too hyped up, but we should see it starting today and into tomorrow, and by Friday we should be above. Let's go ahead and look at the bars pattern just to make sure. I believe we should be above $5, but I don't want to say that just yet. Happens, like got stretched out from the 4 hour. So I have to do this. There. Alright, so we should be at so we should start seeing the recovery today. By Thursday, we should be at like $4.80. By Friday, we should be at about $4.99, $5 region. So by Friday, yeah, we should be about $5 by Friday. We can see the RSI is trending to the downside. We can, yeah, RSI is looking good right here. So we have, if you go ahead and look at the moving average on the RSI, I don't know if you guys can see this on your screen, but if you look at the moving average on the RSI, you can see that RSI was in this bit of a downtrend, kind of like an expanding megaphone pattern, like the price was in. You can see if you draw a trend line here and trend line here, it would kind of make an expanding megaphone. Using the moving average as resistance and support, look how we broke above the moving averages. That means you're going to see RSI pop to the upside, which means you're going to see price come to the upside as well. We are looking good for a recovery on multiple aspects. We also do have buy signals on the super trend on AMC. Go ahead and pop on the super trend, guys, show you that as well. We do have buy signals here on the hourly time frame as well. So we are looking good for this recovery for AMC, as the bars pattern is calling out. Now again, I'm a big proponent of using multiple indicators to determine, to make sure that you're going to get the right outcome. So we do not want to just use the bars pattern. We want to use technical analysis along with that. So we're going to go ahead and pop on the super trend. Alright, so right here is your, this is on the 1 hour time frame. Looks like we got a sell signal here in the 1 hour. Just make sure. Looks like we just maybe printed a sell here. Maybe I have this. This is not the same as Weevil. Just making sure to clarify here. Just give me 1 second. So we should see a buy signal triggered from this rally. Alright, so here on, I think I have the settings different, so I'd have to look at all that stuff. But here on TradingView, we have a sell signals, but on Weeble, we have buy signals. I know that my Weeble set up correctly, so without going into looking all that here on stream, I do say that there are buy signals on the super trend with standard settings. We have it on the daily time frame, we have it on the 4 hour time frame, we have it on the 2 hour time frame and the 1 hour time frame, which I showed on my last video update. Oh, right here. There we go. Hold on. I have my old setting. That's what, okay. So it looks like we did print a fresh 1 hour buy sell signal. On the 2 hour, we have a sell signal ever since that drop down here on TradingView. On the 4 hour time frame, ever since the downtrend. So if we can flip here on TradingView to a buy, that would be a big indication. This would be a big signal here on TradingView. It's hard to see on the screen because I have just these signals here, just these lines. see that the Bollinger Bands are starting to, okay, so this is really interesting here, guys. If you look at this, we can see that the Bollinger Bands are starting to constrict here on the 4-hour time frame, and that would actually correlate with what the bars pattern is saying. So we want to, again, use technical analysis to reconfirm, to make sure that the bars pattern is going to play out. You guys can see the Bollinger Band starting to constrict, volatility starting to build. We're finding a bottom off of $4.60, which is a higher high. So we have a bottom off of $4.50. Then we get a higher high, a bottom off of $4.60. We continue to the upside, breaking out of this expanding megaphone here in the smaller time frames. Let me zoom in so you guys can see a little bit more clearly. Breaking out of this expanding megaphones here on the smaller time frames, which would give us the momentum we need. Look at the bars pattern too, how this, okay, hold on. Look at this, guys. Look at this. All right, so look at the support and resistance on the bars pattern. You see this blue trend line? Let's go ahead and make it real thick so you guys can see. Oh, that's the wrong one. Alright, check this out. So we have price moving in this trend line, right? If we get the recovery that we need, look how it reconfirms support on that trend line. This trend line that we drew here, look how it reconfirms support, gets the bounce that we would need to confirm it for the breakout of the expanding megaphone, which would give us the bullish momentum we need to push to the upside to this higher level and recover exactly like the bars pattern is saying. And that would exactly correlate with the Bollinger Bands constricting, letting us know that volatility is coming. Now, Bollinger Bands doesn't tell you if it's going to be up or down, but what it does tell you is volatility is coming. But we can see that we have a bottom off of $4.50 and a bottom off of $4.60. The only place left to go is up. The bullish megaphone as well validates that as well. If we break above the support, you're going to see that push, and you're going to see this thing continue to play out, which will give us one last boost to the upside to about $4.80. Now, once we have that boost to $4.80, we're going to come down into the range of boring. I'm going to call this, I'm going to name this officially. We got to name it something, but we got to figure out a name together, y'all. We got to figure out a name for this range where AMC just consolidates basically for like 2 weeks. This happened once before the rally to all-time highs back in 2021. It stayed between $12 and $14 for weeks before anything happened. It just stayed solid. It just stayed there for weeks, just between $12 and $14. $12 and $14. Now, we got to make a name for that range. But after that range is when we see this big push to the upside. We see price break to the upside, get rejected one more time, but find support at $5.33, and then go into squeeze mode from there. We got to figure out a time for this range because it's going to be so boring, y'all. So when we start tracking this and I start doing videos on it, we got to figure out a name for it, the boring range or something creative. But just the range where we're just going to consolidate between $4.80 and $5.33 before we see the squeeze event. This is playing out too perfectly, y'all. This is playing out too perfectly. This is playing out too perfectly. This is the iteration, and I don't want to send shots at anyone, but they have the bars patterns placed wrong. Alright, so you guys got any questions, any concerns? Sleeping ape. Call it Diddy Kong. Barcoding is boring. Barcoding is definitely boring, yes. Barcoding is certainly boring. I can agree with that statement. The boring barcoding. The sleeping 8. I like, oh, I get what you're saying. Sleeping 8. I like that. I like that idea. Something like the awake, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think, y'all. The awakening 8. All I know is it's the setup to MOAS, and I'm gonna be accumulating when this plays out. If we see this final alliteration from this play out, because we've already seen this pump to the upside, we've seen it call the bottom already. That's how we called the bottom at $4.50 back in my previous videos last week. I think it was where I called the bottom at $4.50. The technicals aligned with the bars pattern. The bars pattern showed a double bottom off of $4.50, so I called that out on the videos. But if this continues to play out for the next couple of weeks and we see it travel this far and we get into this range, me personally, this is not financial advice, I am loading up. I am loading up in that range insane. I already bought some more down here in this lower range, this lower trading range that we're in. But if we get up here and just start consolidating for like 2 weeks, I already know that's going to be it. We're just waiting for it. Anyone know Judge Stern's schedule, if she does have a vacation for the month of August? Because I would kind of correlate with this. Like, look, because it's like right around the end of August when we get that, start getting that rally. When's earnings? Earnings is the 6th. I believe earnings is the 6th. That looks about right. Dumping after earnings. Yeah, that looks about right. Dumping after earnings. That looks like something AMC would do after a really positive earnings. So we just dump a little bit, find support, and go into the sleeping 8 zone, and then just go 8. The awakening 8. All right, let's see what's popping. So lottery stocks just posted about the Goldmans. Oh, so about this Goldman's guy. So what do y'all think about this? This is some tinfoil stuff, so don't take this one to the bank. What do y'all think about this? Okay, look, yes, he's pointing it out. Goldman Sachs gives $175 price target, right? Goldman Sachs gives $175 price target. Then, shortly after, we find a analyst dead. What do you guys think about that? It's some tinfoil hat theory stuff, but what do you guys think about that theory? Do you think that they killed the Goldman analyst that gave that price target? Let me know what you guys think about that down in the chat. Thank you, Ralphie. Yo, you guys are going in today. Showing so much love. I appreciate you so much, y'all. I appreciate you so much. We gotta do more live streams. We gotta do way more live streams. Again, I do apologize for any interruptions that you guys see. I'm working on making the streams better. I'm working on audio quality. I'm working on all that stuff. I have multiple mics that I'm trying, multiple setups that I'm trying, multiple routers. I don't know if you guys know, but I used to run a cybersecurity channel, so I know about tech and stuff like that. I'm doing the best to make sure everything is going to be running efficiently next time, but I kind of just wanted to get on here because I seen the market crashing. I seen AMC was down so much. I had to get on here and let you guys know what was going on. I was like, yo, the market's going crazy. I know people are losing their mind right now. We got to get on here. Yeah, so a lot of people are saying that they killed him. A lot of people are saying that they did it. A lot of people saying that he did it. That's crazy, right? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna post that. So a lot of people think that they killed that man. Sending out some links real quick. Just bear with me 1 second. Sending out a couple links. Let me go ahead and so Microsoft starting to see a recovery. Apple down 1.36%. I'm gonna try to call out some more crazy trades for y'all like that Apple trade. SQQQ, not financial advice, y'all. Just look at SQQQ with the market crashing and with the reversal that I think is coming. It could be a lot of profit, y'all. I talked about it earlier in the stream about the falling wedge that we see on SQQQ. And then the bullish pennant as well that we're looking at on SQQQ. I'll be talking about it in the videos as well, giving you guys updates on that. AMC, I expect to travel to about $4.88. Kind of find resistance at that point. Come back down and find support, and then travel back to the upside. As far as closing price predictions for the day, let's see what my prediction for AMC's close might be. Around 3 o'clock, I'll give you guys a closing prediction for the day. Maybe $4.80, $4.85, around that range. I think we're mostly going to stay flat. Again, bars pattern is calling for, so let's go ahead and zoom out. So this pattern is just playing out perfectly here. And again, if we get that reconfirmation to the upside, breaking to the upside and then retesting that, getting that push here. So a lot of you think they killed the analyst. That made that price prediction. Alright, let's go ahead and hop in the chat, see what's popping off in the chat. Like, smash, I appreciate you, Pumping. Volume for AMC, pumping. Yeah, the mic's, just bear with me on the mic for now, buddy. Primus. Thank you for the like, Mad Max. I appreciate you, Mad Max. Janelle, thank you for stepping in. I appreciate you, Janelle. Shout out Ape and Till. Shout out David. Shout out C Pimpin'. GME, I see GME in the comments. Hold on, we're gonna look at GME. check out GME for you guys. Yeah, it's crazy that it gave that price target. So GME, I expect to hold this $20 level of support. First of all, I want to say that first and foremost. You can see that it got extended outside the bands. RSI is going to be, let me go ahead and pop on the RSI. Alright, so RSI is over sold. So we can see that RSI is oversold. Again, I think $20 is going to be holding a support here on the micro time frame. When it comes to the larger time frame, GME is on the same algo as AMC. So when it comes to the larger time frame, we're good. So I'll show you guys here in a second. Alright, so if you haven't seen, I'm gonna erase some of this stuff. If you haven't seen my video, where I explain how a lot of people have the AMC algo messed up and they're on the right track, but the timing's wrong and stuff like that. I explained that GME is on the same algo and that it's also, look exactly what we're seeing. Look at the algo pattern where it has this sharp drop to the downside. You see this curl to the downside? Hold on, let me get this so you guys can see. Alright, so you see this curl to the downside? That's exactly what's happening right now for GME. You see this curl to the downside? You see this price action here? And it curls to the downside. That's what's happening for GME. What's going to happen next is a strong recovery, which is what the Bollinger Bands are saying, what the RSI is saying on the smaller time frame, letting us know that we're going to see a bottom, start recovering to the upside. It's letting us know that volatility is getting crazy as well, which is going to be a big push to the upside. We're going to see a big, a little gap to the upside for GME. It's going to consolidate and it's going to pump. And the thing that's really interesting about all of this, and I'm glad I'm on live to explain this very clearly and concisely, the thing that's very interesting about all of this is that GME happens to just be setting up for this big giant move the same time, around the same time frame that AMC is setting up for this big giant move. What are the odds that I was able to take the algos and the bars patterns from previous price history and not only AMC line up, but GME line up as well for a run around the same time? The odds of that are so minuscule that I believe that is almost validation within itself. So if we look, GME is setting up for this move. It would take a little bit of time for it to recover, bounce back to the upside, consolidate, and then see a massive rally to the upside. I mean, it's crazy. It's a crazy rally. I've long said that GME's price target was $140, but this rally says to differ. It says it's higher. Based off the falling wedge, the price target is $140. So just basic technical analysis. You have your falling wedge, and this is the crazy part. Look at that. Look at that. Look how we have our uptrend, then we have our falling wedge, and we have our uptrend. So you have an uptrend, you have your falling wedge, and then you have an uptrend, falling wedge, uptrend, falling wedge, uptrend. To get a price target, you take your high from your low. That will give you your pull. You move it over to your breakout point. It does say a higher high, which would be the breakout target for the wedge, which would be a higher high, higher than $120. $140 based off the wedge. Off the bars pattern, it's like $100. It's like $200. I can't even get to the top. I can't scroll out far enough. It's 200 something dollars. And you can see the Bollinger Band starting to constrict. We can see the MACD starting to cross over too. So GME is looking good. What am I looking for? Shit. Lost my train of thought. MACD. Bro, this says we have a bullish cross on the monthly. Why is my settings so different on Webull and this? I mean, that's not a bad thing. This is crazy, yo. This looks so bullish, yo. This is exactly what you want to see. Also, we can tell, again, I'm not a Wyckoff expert, but peep game on this. We have a Wyckoff accumulation schematic right here. Look at it on the weekly. And let's move this. Actually, no, I'll leave this. So this shows you your Wyckoff accumulation schematic playing out. Right here. So we come back down into our PS. We come back down to our PS. This is the start of it. We come back down to our PS right here. And this would actually make sense because this is our market cycle as well. If we go ahead and look at, I'm going to show you guys so much stuff on GME right now. I'm about to show you guys a bunch of stuff on GME right now. That shows that GME is GME and AMC. I'm going to show you on both AMC and GME. These stocks are the same stocks and they are bullish. I'm telling you guys, they're bullish for more upside. I'm going to explain, man. They're bullish. They're bullish. They're just going through their accumulation phases. They're going through where people pick up that are smart money, picking up at the lows before a massive mark up. And I actually believe that they're about to allow the run up. I believe that they are accumulating. I'm believing that the hedge funds themselves are accumulating to make sure that they make profit off of it so they don't go under. I believe that they tried to fight us for a long time, and then once they seen after 2 years we weren't going anywhere, they said, okay, we got to join them. We have to join them, and they needed time to readjust and accumulate it. So they had to hold us down while accumulating and position themselves in a big enough long position that it would cancel out all of these toxic short positions. But by doing so, they had to double down and double down and double down and double down. But So right here's your Wyckoff accumulation. You come back down into your, it's going to get rid of the MACD here so we get a little bit more room to see. Alright, so you come back down from into your PS. Right here is your PS. You come up to your AR, your automatic retest. Coming back to your automatic retest. Then you come back down to a new low for your ST. Right here is your ST. Then you have that long hump formation right here, that long hump formation. Right here is your long hump formation going into your spring, which what we're seeing right now. GME spring is what we're seeing right now. This downside for GME is the spring, okay? What we're seeing right now, this sharp V-shaped drop to the downside is the spring. Look what the bars pattern is calling for next. Continued upside. Look what Wyckoff accumulation is calling for next. Continued upside. It's a Wyckoff accumulation schematic. GME and AMC are both Wyckoff accumulation schematics playing out in a big massive range. But if you don't want to know about, if you don't know about Wyckoff and you don't want to think that's what it is, okay, forget Wyckoff. Let's see what else GME is. GME is also a macro double bottom. We have bottom number 1 off of $15, bottom number 2 off of $15. This macro double bottom would have a U shape like this. Okay, let's say you don't want to think that GME is a macro double bottom. Well, GME is also a macro 2-year falling wedge. You have your uptrend, then you go into your falling wedge, which you have a breakout point, which would look very similar to what the bars pattern is calling for. A massive rip to the upside once this trend line is broken. Now, let's go ahead and look at market psychology. We have a massive euphoria rally, then a drop to the downside. We have anger and depression, which is a newer low. Massive euphoria rally, drop to the downside. But let's not forget the complacency stage, which what the stock market is in right now. So the complacency stage, you have this upwards consolidation chop, and then you have a sharp drop down. You have a massive euphoria rally, upwards consolidation chop, sharp drop down. Then you have anger, which is a low. Then you have depression, which is a new low. Anger, depression. That's going to shake most people out. A lot of apes are super diamond hand. They ain't going nowhere. Even through the anger, even through the depression, they are not selling. What starts happening next? Disbelief rallies. Look what happened on GME. It had a little disbelief rally. But look what happens after the disbelief rally. It has a little bit of pullback. Look at that little bit of pullback that we have from the disbelief rally. Oh man, it's over. It's all done. Look at a little bit of pullback. What happens after that little bit of pullback? Oh, hold on. Let's go ahead and see what happens after a little bit of pullback. What do we see after that little bit of pullback? We go back into hope, optimism, and disbelief. This is where all the normies buy, the people that are not listening to the market fear and greed, because you want to buy where most people are fearful. AMC and GME's fear is almost, it was at extreme greed when it was at the bottoms. Now it's at fear. It's just, or it was at extreme fear. Now it's only at fear. You always want to do the opposite of the herd. That's why I preach that so much. You want to buy when people are fearful. People are fearful right now, even if they won't admit it. They're fearful to buy more AMC. They're fearful to buy more GME. They're fearful to put more money into it. What if it goes down lower? It can't go down any lower. It's at the bottom. It's at the bottoms. We've bottomed 3 times on AMC and 2 times on GME. So let's continue on. You guys see that we go back into hope and recovery, where all the normies start FOMOing in when it's too late, and that makes it take to the moon because they start FOMOing in. Look what's about to happen for GME. You have that little bit of pullback, then you start getting all that FOMO, and you get another massive euphoria rally, which would time perfectly for the falling wedge. You have euphoria rally, you go into your accumulation phase, then you go into another euphoria phase. It's going on a massive cycle loop. AMC and GME are on a repeating algo, on a repeating market cycle that goes over and over and over again. This was a 2-year accumulation phase on the same thing on AMC, a 2-year accumulation phase into the falling wedge, and I can show you the same thing on AMC. I can show you the same exact sequence on AMC. We'll go ahead and show you guys the same exact thing on AMC, the same market cycles, all of that. It's a one big cycle, and the problem is people are going to get shaken out in the anger and depression cycle. That's what it's meant to do. It's meant to shake you out. It's meant to test your conviction. It's meant to make you doubt yourself. It's meant to do all of those things. Those rallies to the upside and then these sharp drops downs, it's meant to make you feel all of those emotions. Like when it ran up and then people seen it come back down. I know some apes that personally sold off of that rally. They personally sold off of that rally. All right, so let's go ahead and show you guys what's going on for AMC. And then again, I explained the run up here. The algo's compressed, but the run up will be the same. We will pass all-time highs for AMC. I've already explained that. I know that the bars pattern is only calling for these levels. It's not as crazy looking as GME, but that's not to be worried about. All right, so I just quickly looked at the chat. Let me go ahead and when are we going to see the gap up for GME? I'll explain more. I'll go into more explanation sooner. But again, you have to look at the macro. The macro is what you want to focus on. You don't want to focus on everyday movement. It will drive you crazy. It's meant to shake you out. That's what everyday movement is meant to do. Macro is so much more cleaner. It's so much more clear. It's so less noisy. That's why I love macro. You just have to look at the chart, look at the macro. The macro's playing out, you're good, you're good, you're good. But okay, so AMC, we have our uptrend, we go into our falling wedge, and the thing about AMC, you can use trend lines from all the way back here. Look at this. But then you have your falling wedge, which is your accumulation. You go into your uptrend, you go into your falling wedge. We get to the tip of our falling wedge, we start to consolidate and move back to the upside. Now AMC did break out of its wedge already, but it's also forming another wedge. It formed another wedge, which it's currently breaking out of. And look at the Bollinger Bands constricting, getting ready for that move. And again, the move looks a bit underwhelming for AMC, but I assure you, once we pass this $8 zone, it's going to absolutely go flying. And AMC is a problem. Best believe if GME is going to those valuations, AMC is going absolutely crazy. You just have to look at the data, the short interest, the FTDs. Again, look how many FTDs are piling up. So that's nothing you guys have to worry about. But this is a 2-year accumulation phase. The same way for GME. You have your euphoria rally. This is your complacency stage where you drop down here. Let's go ahead and look on the weekly chart so it looks a little bit more cleaner. Alright, so you have your euphoria rally, then you have your drop to the downside, your upwards consolidation chop. That's your complacency stage. Euphoria, complacency. Euphoria, complacency. Then you drop down to anger and depression, which is a lower low. Anger, depression. Now AMC had this. AMC, the rally that we just seen, I believe, was the disbelief rally. If you look at the disbelief rally has that little bit of pullback, the way I just explained for GME. So that is the market psychology cycle, 2-year accumulation cycle inside of the falling wedge. We also have a macro double bottom. We actually have a triple bottom on AMC. There's a bottom here, there's a bottom here, and there's a bottom here. This would give you that rounded shape, sending you back up to these levels of $15, $16 at minimum for the double bottom. The breakout target for the wedge is all-time highs. It's past all-time highs. It's $50. It's $45 to $50. So that's your falling wedge. The same thing for GME. Accumulation cycle, same thing for GME. Market cycle, same thing for GME. And then Wyckoff accumulation cycle, same thing as GME as well. Right here is where your accumulation starts. You drop down into your PS, which is a slightly higher low. So here's your PS. And then you drop down into your lower low, which is your ST. So we drop down to our lower low, which is our ST. Then you have that rounded hump formation right here. That rounded hump formation, I do apologize, it's kind of hard to see, but you have that rounded hump formation. A rounded hump formation, and then you hit your spring, which was that recent low, and then we start moving to the upside for your sign of strength and your markup. So same thing for GME, Wyckoff accumulation, and the fact that GME is seeing its spring right now is absolutely insane. I can't believe we got that live on stream, that we are seeing that spring on GME like live. It's crazy. But yeah, so it's just, and AMC's fear, AMC's fear and greed is in fear. And again, I can see it on the channel as well. I can see people are scared to average down. They're scared to put more money in this thing. But the people that I see that have been buying and holding and just buying and holding and buying and holding, those people are going to make a lot of money. They're going to make a lot of money. They're going to be validated. We're all going to be validated. We're all going to be validated. We're all going to make a lot of money. But those people that believe the most and just bought and hold and bought and hold and accumulated, they are going to be validated. And it's very, very clear. You guys can think whatever you want based off the charts, but the odds of all of these things lining up, the bars pattern, the Wyckoff accumulation, the technical analysis with the double bottom and the falling wedge, the fact that all of these things are lining up giving us confluence, it's too clear. It's too clear. And then we're also starting to see the same signs that we've seen before the run-up. We're seeing short interest start to increase, which is what happened last time. We're seeing value to deliver start to increase, which is what happened last time. Cost to borrow, I'm not too sure about that, but we're seeing all of the same things. We're also seeing these crazy price targets come back out. We're seeing bots come back out. It's all the same. It's all the same. Alright, so AMC on the smaller time frame coming up to that resistance point where I did think it's going to get rejected. I do think we're going to see a rejection off of $4.89, $4.90 around that range. I do think we're going to see a rejection. If we can break above that, though, we're going to get a nice bullish push. My prediction is going to be a rejection off of that 480 mark, but if we can get that momentum we need to break through, it's going to be a decent bullish push on that one. All right, let's go ahead and check out the chat. I'm going to check out the chat real quick. I'm going to refresh the market, look at the market. Going to look at SPY. Let's do 3 windows. Like a 4, okay. Let's do SPY. Let's do AMC. Let's do GME. And we'll do 8. Alright, so SPY is doing as expected. I did expect it to consolidate at this range. I do expect a recovery, possible inverse head and shoulders forming here. So we have a inverse, we have a shoulder right here, possibly a shoulder right here, and then a head right here. We could see this thing start to recover now. If we do not break back above 451.50, you're going to see a strong rejection and consolidation. If we can break above 451.50, you're going to see a nice push to the upside and that inverse head and shoulders play out. Let's go ahead and look at AMC. And this is on the 5-minute time frame for SPY. So as far as SQQQ, so So as far as SQQQ, me personally, I'm holding it long term. If you're holding options for the day, you might want to be looking at taking profit if you're holding options. I know a few people in the Discord. If you're here, you might want to take profit on those positions. Let me go ahead and announce that in the Discord. Alright, give us a forecast and prediction on what stock Ape Until. Shout out Ape Until, shout out Todd, shout out Chris, shout out Hazel A, shout out Whimsy Chick, of course, thank you for modding. But when? Guys, I cannot tell you exactly when. I'm not going to sit here and say, I've told you that anyone's telling you guys, alright, we're getting a rejection off of that level that I did predict here on AMC. I do expect us to come back down here to about 475 and find support. We will see what happens here, but it looks like we're getting that rejection off of that level. I told you as far as dates, like the only thing I can tell you is like near the end of August, but the algo speeds up and slows down, so there's no way to really tell. But the thing is, if you know that the accumulation is going to play out, if you know that the schematic is going to play out, if you know that the TA is going to play out, if you have all of these confirmations, why not just take that and use that and just wait? Because it could be when the judge announces it, it could be positive earnings, it could be anything, it could be a black swan event, we don't know. What we do know is we have a bullish Wyckoff accumulation. What we do know is we have a massive falling wedge on GME. What we do know is we have a massive double bottom on GME, and AMC we have a triple bottom. What we do know is we have a barge pattern calling for upside that is trending with the same exact way as the 2021 rally, which was a major squeeze event where we all want to repeat again. We all want the same thing. All apes talk about is that day AMC ran to all-time highs. We all want the same thing again. If we know that there is a chance, a high likelihood that that is going to be happening again, why wouldn't you just take that and go with it? So do you guys have SBFM? SBFM. Okay, we'll look at SBFM. I have no idea what SBFM is. We're gonna look at SBFM, y'all. SBFM. Okay, it's a biopharma stock. So I'd like to know a little bit about the fundamentals of the stock. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing right off the bat is a good risk to reward. The stock is heavily beat down. These are stocks that I look for, stocks that go down. I look for stocks near the bottom. That's what you want to look for. It probably has a high amount of fear and greed right now. I don't really see any technical patterns per se. You could possibly have a double bottom. So we'll go ahead and show you the double bottom possibility right here. So you have a possible double bottom off of this lower level. Almost a triple bottom. You have 1, 2, 3. That would look really good. You know, it kind of has like that Wyckoff accumulation, except for this looks out of place. This wick here, but this wick looks crazy. The double bottom, triple bottom looks good, and of course risk to reward looks good. If it has some type of positive catalyst where you could see upside, where you could see positive news, or some type of catalyst, that would be something that I'd be looking for in this, because it does seem to be finding a bottom here in this range, and then the risk to reward is great. I mean, look how much risk you have. You have very little risk to this downside double bottom of 45 cents, but you have a ton of reward to the upside. So that's something I'd be looking at for this stock. Now, it is a penny stock, so again, there's risk inherent with that. It doesn't look like it was always a penny stock, but it is a penny stock right now. So that's just a little bit of input on SBFM. I don't really see any technical patterns per se here on the macro time frame, so not too much to say about that. But this would be a crazy double bottom, because look at how high it goes. So you got like a double bottom all the way from like $1.38, right? Come all the way down, bottom number one, bottom number two, come all the way back up. That would be a pretty crazy double bottom. Almost could be forming like a crazy inverse head and shoulders too, like right here be a shoulder, right here's your head, and then like form like another shoulder. So that'd be crazy too. That's my thoughts on SFMB. I've been in AMC since late 2020. First purchase was $1.80. So you were Mysterious Motorsports. You were part of the original crew. The very, very first. Yo, 8 bro. Good to see you, 8. Shout out Amar. Shout out Chris. Shout out Mad Max. Shout out Mysterious Motorsports. Make sure y'all press that like button too. Press the thumbs up. I appreciate y'all for stopping in today. We're going to be streaming till at least 4 o'clock. So I'm going to go for a whole nother hour here. We're going to go for a whole nother hour. We're going to go to market close. I'm going to try to make it till market close. I was going to start doing some crazy stuff. Y'all have no idea what I was going to start doing. I was going to start streaming. This is crazy, right? I was going to stream. I was going to do this stream and then do another stream. I was going to do another stream, like a walk and talk type stream after this one. Just stream. I have like 1 viewer. There's no way I could cold stream for 24 hours. That'd be crazy, yo. I don't know how someone does that. That's insane, man. That would be absolute insanity. Let's go ahead and check back in on AMC. Checking in on AMC. Let's go ahead and check in on the market as well and see what's popping off in the market. Let's go ahead and check out AMC's dark pool interest as well. So we have AMC's dark pool volume sitting at 58%. So dark pool volume starting to come down. We could see AMC get a little bit of recovery. Dark pool volume starting to slowly peak down. So we could see AMC get a little bit of recovery as there are 0 shares available to borrow as well. So we're looking good on the aspect of manipulation on the AMC. 0 shares available to borrow, as well as dark pool coming down to 58%. Again, it's normally over in the 60s. I know 58% sounds like a lot, but we normally have dark pool volume into the 60s, 62, 63, around that range. Currently checking in on AMC's price. AMC's current price is $4.84. $4.84. $4.85.
Alright, let's go ahead and check out. See, it gets like distorted. Why is it doing that? So I'm just do this a bunch of times. Just hit the back button, hit the back button. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day today, and again, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, hanging out, looking at some charts and chill. Definitely plan to do a lot more live streams. I like to interact with you guys and just get a little bit more interaction between y'all. That way y'all can ask questions and let's see if it works. Boom. Bam, there you go. Alright, so this is what we're waiting for it to play out. Does look like AMC could possibly break above $4.85. See everybody getting along in the chat. That's good to see. Glad I'm building a positive community. Everyone needs to just chill. There's so much negativity in the ape community. Like, everyone just needs to chill. Like, don't we all want the same thing in the end? Don't we all just want to make some money and have MOAS? Like, that's the end goal for all of us, I think, right? Unless some of us are shills. Do we have some shills? We got some shills, bro. Now, when it comes to shills, I do think we do have some shills in the community, but that's why I had to make a YouTube channel. We're not here to spread negativity, though. Alright, so Justin, let's go ahead and see if we can see any news in the Twitter world, the Twitter sphere. Remember to go ahead and press that like button as well. I do appreciate y'all. Alright, looks like SPY is possibly forming that inverse head and shoulders. Again, SQQQ holders, if you are holding that trade, let me go ahead and post that in my Discord real quick and let the Discord know. We are looking at a possible inverse and head and shoulders here. So it looks like that head and shoulders I called out earlier is forming. I do believe this is actually going to play out for an inverse head and shoulders and give us the push to the upside and actually be a recovery. I do think SPY is actually going to get a little bit of boost back to the upside. Looking at AMC, still getting that rejection off of $4.90, finding support in the range that I did call out earlier, about that 482. I said about 475, so a little bit higher than I thought. We will see if we do have a little bit of a downtrend. We're going to be looking for this to actually get a bounce off of that level though and start continuing to the upside. Again, stocks have to move in waves, so I do expect it to basically come back down, find support, and then break above $4.90. GME is starting to get a strong recovery, making that spring formation that we are looking for, and that V-shaped recovery that I did say would come happen. We are way outside the Bollinger Bands, extremely oversold. So starting to get that nice V-shaped recovery here on the GME as well. Looking for that spring action. We're looking for that spring action. We're looking for that spring action, and this looks to be perfect for that. Little bit of an inverse head and shoulders here on GME as well. Definitely a double bottom right here, bottom number 1, bottom number 2. Ape kind of just chilling, kind of just barcoding, doing what Ape does. SPY possibly seeing a little bit of rejection. We will see if that head and shoulders does play out like I predicted. We will see. Let's go ahead and look at the chat, see what's going on in the chat, what's popping in the chat. My prediction for August 8th, if we don't hear back from the judge, AMC delays earnings. That would be a crazy prediction if that turned out to be right. GNPX. Alright, I'll take a look at GNPX. Just give me a second here. We'll check out GNPX. Like smashed. I appreciate you, Mad Max. Thanks, Mad Max, for pressing the like button. Thanks, Droops White. Thank you. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Shout out everyone to being here. I appreciate y'all. We're at 100 likes. We are at 100 likes. I appreciate y'all. 100 likes here on the stream. Hell yeah. Doing it big. We got 1 super chat and 1 new member. I appreciate y'all. 1 new member to the community and 1 super chat as well. You guys didn't have to do that. I appreciate y'all. Neo. So we got 2 stocks tickers to look at. We got 2 stock tickers. Alright. Let's go ahead and look at these. Look at these tickers. So we're doing live technical analysis here. I expect AMC to hold support here and start getting a recovery back up to break that resistance that we're looking at. Alright, Neo. Alright, so just looking at Neo off the bat, I don't know much about the fundamentals. Your risk to reward is a little bit higher than the last stock we looked at. You have a lot of risk because you have a big rally, recent rally here. This is a Wyckoff accumulation. Once you see a pattern, you can't unsee it. I'm not just saying that because I like Wyckoff accumulation. I've actually just recently studied those, but you can see it very clearly here. Wyckoff accumulation also looks like the same as look how similar Wyckoff accumulation looks to the denial phase into the disbelief rally. The lower low is key, I believe. Look at the lower low. You have a low, then you have a lower low. I do believe that is key. And even on the market psychology, it shows you a spring. It shows you a capitulation where you just die out, which is your spring into your disbelief rally. Now look at Wyckoff accumulation. You die out and hit the lowest low. It's a 3-low process. A higher low, a lower low, and then an even lower low. Market psychology. A higher low, a lower low, a even lower low. It's a 3-low process. So we can see that here on Neo here. Same thing. Coming into your anger, depression. This could be possibly your disbelief rally. This could have been your spring down here. This low, you can see that it is lower than any point. So I believe Neo is going to go back to the upside. Right now I would not FOMO in. It is coming off a recent rally. I would kind of look for it to come back down and find support maybe at like $12. But again, this thing could start moving up. It's at a major resistance point right now, so if it can break above $15, it will definitely have a nice push up based off technicals, not looking at Wyckoff or anything like that. And then of course you have a possible double bottom right here as well, looking at technicals. So you have bottom number 1, bottom number 2. And that price target would be way up at about $22. So there's multiple reasons to think that this would continue back up to the upside. Also, risk to reward overall is not that bad. If you look at the historic context, you are very far away from the top. This looks really good overall as well too, this general shape of having this push to the upside and then using this previous range here. If you go ahead and just take a line, again, it's charts just like, they speak to me, man, they speak to me. Look, I just know this lines up. Boom. Look at that. So if you hold this as support and push up, you're gonna be going to the moon. This looks like the previous, this, look at this, y'all. Look how much this looks like the Bitcoin chart. Looks just like Bitcoin. And you will see similarities in charts and stuff like that because of the cycles, the market cycles on the macro cycle, money fluctuations and stuff like that. I guess I'd have to look at it on here, but it looks just like the Bitcoin chart. You have your bull market support. This is going to be your bull market support right here. This line, you can see that the bull rally started after that point. You had your bull rally, and the bull rally ended after you broke that point and you went to your anger and depression. You can see the accumulation phase over even longer. The euphoria rally, euphoria, drop down, complacency, drop down into anger, depression. So this is clearly going to go back up as well. Now we want to be careful because if SPY does some crazy stuff and tanks, this is going to be a lot different. Now NEO might be one of the stocks, that has, I don't know because I don't know about NEO, but it might have, be one of the meme stocks. It might have high short interest. It might have legacy shorts way back from there and people pile in. It might not be as crazy as AMC because it doesn't have a following, but it could, it could be one of a meme stock, Let's go ahead and see if you guys have any more questions. We're gonna go check out the chat. Let's go ahead and see what AMC is doing. AMC holding support in this range. I do expect it to hold support in this range. SPY absolutely just tanking, not forming that head and shoulders that I called out. Possible double bottom forming. We will see about that. If SPY breaks 450, we'll see absolute capitulation from SPY. GME looking good. SPY just barely hanging in there. Starting to see the market turnover as well. Microsoft down 2.33%, Apple down 1.40%. Glad I took profits. Amazon on 2.7%. Gotta do the opposite of the herd. A lot of people thought I was crazy. There's this one YouTuber, he's like pumping stocks real bad. Money Montgomery or some shit. He's like pumping tech stocks. He's like, yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon, bro. Did you look at RSI? And the dude watches CNBC all day. No wonder he's about to get rugged. At least get your news from YouTubers. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but getting your news from YouTubers is actually smart. You have to pick which YouTubers you get it from, but the best way to do that is to get a large collection of YouTubers and then make your own decision based off all of the information, or pick a few YouTubers that you trust. And then also question everything, but you want to not listen to the mainstream media. They are meant to put a narrative out there to make you follow certain things and do certain things and feel certain things.
So that is my opinion on Neo. You're welcome, Ape. Until you're welcome. Roaring Kitty. What if Roaring Kitty showed up in the stream? Does Roaring Kitty have a YouTube is the question. Has anyone ever seen Roaring Kitty on YouTube? That would be legendary, right? Any word on Mullen? Mullen. Any word on Mullen? So Mullen looked like it was about to make a move. But then it ended up dying. Also, I'm not sure what BBIG is doing right now, but that might be a possible buy again. It didn't break that $5 mark. That $5 mark was crucial. I warned everyone that if it did not break $5, you would see that thing absolutely dump, and it did not disappoint. What was the ticker? What ticker were we looking for? Mullen. Alright, so we're going to be checking out Mullen. Mullen had just went through a reverse split. Look at this chart. Devastating. Devastating. Mullen had just went through a reverse split. I believe it was 25 to 1. Mullen's current price is 12 cents. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but when it comes to Mullen, this thing is just, I don't know what is going on with Mullen. Mullen is like if AMC didn't have a cult following, like if we all didn't support AMC the way we do, this is what it would look like. Because Mullen has like some support, but the short sellers just annihilated. Now we do have maybe some possibly hope. See, and this is what I fear for AMC so bad, because people held through this 25 to 1 reverse split, right? Now again, I don't think the reverse split is coming, but just picture this: you hold through this, right, and it pops up, but you lose all your shares. 25 to 1, you lose a lot of shares. Then you finally make it through, and it just dumps back to the same price. I believe that would make some apes like kill themselves. I believe that would make, like, I shouldn't have said it on stream. I believe that would make apes like do some stuff, you know. Make them do self-delete, you know. As far as Mullen, I really don't see too much here, except a low risk to reward. But ever since that reverse split, it's just been seeing a lot of pain. You do have kind of a trading range here, but it's holding above, but it's kind of flirting with going back in it. So very dangerous stock to play with, in my personal opinion. I would have to say that would be a no-go on that one. Shout out Sarah Gibson. Shout out Sarah Gibson. Thank you for the honesty. Tune and GNS. I'll look at GNS because GNS I think is one that any AH. What's AH? What does AH mean, brother? We'll check out GNS. I think GNS is familiar. Go ahead and check out GNS.
Alright, so we're going to be looking at GNS real quick here. Alright, so this is Genius Group. Current stock price at 55 cents. Currently outside of the Bollinger Bands. Gonna see some recovery from this here. I'm sure RSI is oversold without even looking at RSI, but we'll go ahead and pop RSI on just to make sure. Definitely gonna be oversold here. Definitely gonna be oversold. Alright, so we just threw on the RSI. Yes, and we are oversold. Currently right on the level of our oversold though, so not as bad as I expected it to be. But anytime you're outside of the bands and you see RSI getting this low, that's a very good indication of a V-shaped style recovery. Now what you want to look for here on the bigger time frames, again, when in doubt, zoom out. Macro is always most important. This has a crazy chart. That's a wild ride. That is a wild fucking ride. Shit, I'm cussing on stream. Well, there goes my advertisers. It's like, nah. Alright, yeah, this stock is way overextended to the downside. I don't know what is going on with this. This is brutal. But this is overextended to the downside. It is way overextended to the downside. That is first and foremost. So you're gonna be seeing recovery on that aspect of things. Alright, so we're up to 158 likes. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. As far as technical patterns, I don't really see any. There might be a wedge, like a bottoming formation. I'll check here. Give me 1 second. It keeps asking me to run an ad. I'm not running an ad, bro. Okay, so yeah, we might have a wedge here. I need to draw the line to see. Normally I could just see, but this downside that we're seeing, so this might be a big ass wedge coming into it. About to see right here, just 1 second, hold on. Yeah, look at that, it's beautiful. Okay, so technical's looking okay as far as GNS goes. RSI is just way oversold. This could be a potential like buy right now. Now, risk to reward is extremely low. Obviously, you're here at the lows. Like this is the low. This could be a definite buy. Not telling anyone to FOMO in or anything like that. Not financial advice, but you do have this wedge. You could see further downside. You definitely could see further downside down into like the 50-cent range even, which isn't too bad. So I would be aware of that. But if you see it break to the upside and get above 60 cents, that would be a sign of breaking to the upside in a big way. So that is GNS. Me personally, I would be 50-50 on it, 75% on a buy. If I were to give it a rating as like an analyst, I would say a hold. and that is GNS. Friday is going to be crazy after Apple's earnings. Yeah, so Apple's earnings might be bad. I hope not, but the market's going to crash, man. That's what we're really going to see. I think we're going to see the market just absolutely tank here. Apple's earnings might smash. Did they release the Oculus letter, whatever it's called? Amazon earnings tomorrow. Let's go ahead and check out earnings. Let's go ahead and see when earnings are. Yeah, I want a calendar. That's what I want. There you go. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and check out the earnings calendar, guys. Check out the earnings calendar and let you guys check out that as well. Looking at market earnings. I don't have any like inside information on when this is a lot of information of when like of what how the earnings will go. This is too much information. Find a good earnings calendar. I want to do it like by like mid cap or large cap or something like that. I know I posted some dates here on Twitter if it was hurry up and load. So tomorrow there's a total of 1,000 earnings calls. Crazy. This one don't list Apple though, not on Friday. Is Apple's earnings Friday confirmed? Is it confirmed? Apple's earnings on Friday. Anyone know? Is that confirmed? Yeah, if y'all didn't see this, y'all gonna laugh, yo. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen this. This is funny as hell. My parents in their 30s. Me in my 30s. I hope the squeeze starts tomorrow. Look at his face, though. Look at his face. But look, yo, deep game, yo. Holding this thing will make you look like that, though. Like, if you hold this thing and look at the chart all day, like, I don't know if y'all remember, but the run-up to all-time highs. Do y'all remember how Matt Kors started to look like he was dying? If y'all watched Matt Kors every single day, right? I used to watch Matt Kors a lot. Yo, that's why I had to make a YouTube channel, but long story short is like I used to watch Matt Kors, right? But yo, towards the end before he took a break, when he streamed every day from market open to market close, dude looked like he was dying. Yo, you could see his health deteriorate in real time. It was insane, yo. It was crazy. Alright, so we're seeing SPY just dump. We're seeing SPY dump. SPY could actually crash here today. We could see SPY tank here today. SQQQ is going to be on fire right now. Man, that was a crazy play today.
RSI is definitely overbought on SQQQ. So that means RSI on SPY is going to be oversold. Oh, we're seeing blood in the water. Microsoft down 2.71%. Microsoft down 88%. Apple down 1.71%. Amazon down 2.89%. Tesla down almost 3%. Meta down 3%. We're seeing absolute slaughtering in the market, and it looks like the top 460 is officially in. It looks like 459.55 was the top. I was off by 45 cents. Absolute insanity. Here's my XRP price targets. I gotta take a bathroom break, y'all. So just let me take a bathroom break real quick. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back, y'all. If y'all didn't realize. We back in the building. We are back in the building. I believe this is my longest stream so far. Alright y'all, this just in AMC's self-reported short interest on Ortex, okay? 31%, y'all. 31%. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? I heard no one has money to buy the new iPhone. That would be correct. Yeah, that's probably a pretty safe assessment. That's crazy, huh? That's crazy. Yeah, well, I guess I could tell y'all that door behind the door that you guys see in my videos behind, like, in the background, that's my bathroom. Was that a response to his BS tweet? I tried to shut the door, but I mean, I kind of figured y'all would do it, so I was like, fuck it. Well, now y'all know. Now y'all know. Hold I got chocolate in my mouth. I need to get a camera hooked up. I got one. I got OBS too. I'm gonna hook the camera up so I can like be on camera with y'all. I'm gonna do that next stream. I'm gonna have the camera up next stream. I might be able to put it on now. No, I'm not gonna try to do that. I'll break something. Hold on. I'll have the camera up next time. How many people are here still? 49 people. 49 people. 49. Y'all been chilling this whole time. Alright, let's see where we're at. Let's go ahead and check on, we're going to be looking at AMC, the market. Let's go ahead and check out. I'm going to call out some more plays like on the Discord. I don't know if you're in the Discord, but if you're in the Discord, I'm going to be calling out more plays. Like I'm going to try to get one play daily, a day. Whatever trade I'm taking, because I normally take at least one trade a day, so whatever trade I'm taking, I'll put that out at least. Alright, so AMC is starting to get that rejection that we were expecting. Rejection that we were expecting. I thought that wrong. See, zero shares above the bar. Look at the call options though. Look at the call options starting to build. I wonder if, I think the short interest is going to go to 30%. Official reported short interest, I think it's going to go to 30% because we're seeing a lot of Ortex reports of like 31, 30. What was I looking for? Alright, so we're seeing AMC, it came back down to $4.80. I do expect it to hold in this region. We want to see it go no lower than $4.75. So I do expect it to hold here. We did see a major dump on SPY. So again, AMC is going to be some affected by SPY. I do believe that it's going to decouple from SPY. Look at GME though. SPY is having an absolute capitulation and GME starting to decouple. And again, from what I showed you guys earlier on stream, I do think GME is actually setting up for a rally here. And I think APE's going to run with it. I think BBYQ is going to run with it. I think there's a few other stocks out there that are going to run with us. And then me personally, for my portfolio, if anyone's interested, I do hold AMC, I hold GME, I hold BBYQ, I hold a couple other meme stocks as well. I hold SQQQ, SPY. I did have a lot of Apple, I sold that. I have a lot of Bitcoin, a lot of Ethereum, a lot of Cardano, XLM, what else? Atom. Those are all cryptos. LRC. Alright, so this is rough on GME. It's not an exact as I have it on AMC. But you can see, I believe this is about where it would be. We need to zoom out though to see it clearly. So this is the GME fractal. You can see that sharp drop down into the spring, which I explained for Wyckoff earlier. And then look how it perfectly comes up to test this as resistance, accumulates, and then breaks through and just launches to the moon. So when we see GME break here on my chart that has the, on my chart here on Trading View, on Webull we already broke above and are using it as support. But on Trading View, we have to look at it as the trigger being breaking that point. So we do have a place to look for, and it's going to be, of course, that level I've been talking about. It's a little bit lower, but once we get to 30, we're well above it. But of course, that $26 level, which is the current breakout of the falling wedge we're tracking on Webull, will we get that breakout to that $28, $30 level and retest this previous high? We are above that, and that is exactly what the falling wedge, which is, I could show you here the same falling wedge. I can show you here on so I'll show you. It's roughly like this. So the breakout of this falling wedge price target is going to be up in that $28 level, and then that would lead us up to here. And once we break that, we're going to go absolutely flying. Everyone already knows the narrative behind that. We break $30, it's very strong support resistance. There's also a gap fill of $40. And there always seems to be a stupid amount of calls expiring in the money at that $30 level. I don't know why, but it's always there. It varies every month. It varies every week, but it's always fucking there. The same way that AMC always has a fucking crazy... I gotta stop cussing, bro. The same way that AMC has a stupid amount of calls at $5 and $6. And then, of course, GME has the Wyckoff and the double bottom and blah, 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 blah. I already ran through all that. But that's why I'm so bullish on these stocks. Now that I laid all of that out, that you guys seen all of this, hopefully you guys can understand like why I'm so bullish. Like, and after studying these stocks for 2 years, it's like, it's almost certainty to me. Like, it might not be certain to everyone else, but it's certainty to me because I've studied them for so long, and they have confirmed that this is what's going to happen over and over and over again. Because I had this all laid out way back here when we had this dip to the downside, that this was going to be playing out. And now that we're starting to get this recovery back to the upside, it's all coming together. And of course I had the wedges and all that stuff. I think everyone had the wedges figured out and stuff like that, or a lot of people did anyways. I've seen some people with the wedges and stuff like that, that identified that we were in a falling wedge on AMC and GME. But when you put all of it together, when you put the falling wedge with the fractals, with the Wyckoff, with the bars pattern, it makes a very clear picture of the outcome. You think FTs will magically disappear now that AA addressed it? Is that what he tweeted? Oh, we're gonna have to check that out. Hold on. Let's go to Adam Aaron's Twitter.
Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh no. Adam Aaron addressed the FTDs. We have been on the threshold security list for a month. He's just now addressing the FTDs. Okay, let's see what he says. So we have a high number of failure to delivers. AMC shares, and that AMC again has been on the threshold security list for multiple weeks. We have repeatedly gone to the NYSE and FINRA, and so did again in July to put and keep this entire situation on their radar. You know what that means? That we will be off the threshold security list tomorrow. We will be off the threshold security list tomorrow. We're probably already off the threshold security list. Let's go to check. I bet you we're off by the end of the week. It's probably already gone. I don't think it updated for today yet. It always takes like one day to update. It's retarded. We're gonna update it tomorrow. It's gonna be gone. Thanks, Adam Aaron, for addressing the FTDs and threshold security list. We appreciate you, bro. Well, hold up. Who do we have here? This guy is still around. He's a bodybuilder now. What is going on, bro? What is going on, dog? Yo. Alright, so who thinks, put a 1 in the chat if you think that we'll stay on the threshold security list now that Adam Aaron said something, and put a 2 in the chat if you think we come off of the threshold security list. 1 in the chat if we stay on the threshold security list. 2 in the chat if you think we come off the threshold security list now that Adam Aaron has addressed the FTDs. I think it means we're going to come off the threshold security list. We got 73 viewers. Go ahead and press like if you just came in. Go ahead and press like. I appreciate you. Press that thumbs up. Help more people see the chat. Let's go ahead and check out some TA, guys, and see what's going on for the people. I think a couple people just came in. Let's go ahead and show you guys what's going on. We just went over the GME Wyckoff accumulation, how this is a Wyckoff accumulation schematic, how the bars pattern is playing out, and how crazy it is a coincidence that not only GME but AMC is also calling for a massive rally. AMC is following perfectly here with the bars pattern. So we'll go ahead and check out AMC here at the bars pattern. AMC is also in a massive Wyckoff accumulation with a triple bottom as well. And then I also went over how AMC is in one massive market cycle, showing that via the market psychology, and showing that we're actually in the disbelief phase and we're about to see hope and recovery, optimism back into euphoria, which would be squeeze. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and AMC down here on the 1 hour time frame. Alright, we got lots of 2s coming in, A lot of people think that we're going to go off of it because he said something. I think so as well. I do believe FTDs are good though. They need to cover them though. They need to cover these FTDs. FTDs need covered. I believe the FTDs are actually a huge problem for the shorts. That's why I believe that they need the reverse split. I know some people are for the reverse split. I'm not saying anything against anyone who wants the reverse split or anything like that. But I believe that it's a huge problem for the shorts, and that the reverse split would actually allow them to clean up the FTDs. Alright, so we have market close coming up. Market close coming up. Alright, so AMC's current price is $4.80. SPY looking like it absolutely wants to tank. Sitting at $450. AMC's current price $4.81. GME getting a beautiful recovery back at $20.92, $22.90. All right. So we are looking good as far as that goes. AMC, by the end of the week, I went over this as well. Go ahead and go over it one more time. Go ahead and show you guys what's going on with this. Alright, let me hopefully this works. There, perfect. Alright, so by the end of the week, we expect AMC to be recovering to the upside. Let's go ahead and show you guys and run through what's going on. But basically, the pattern is playing out perfectly still. We have this hump shape right here, where you get this hump shape, and we get a push to the upside, breaking out of this expanding megaphone, which would give us the benefit of having the initial momentum that we need to pump to the upside, giving us that trend that we see coming up to about $5.70. We cannot break out of that $5.70 mark. We actually get rejected, come back down to about $4.80, using that as support once again, which would be a major break to the upside. If we can break above $4.80 and use that as support, again, it would be likely that when we come back down, we're going to use that as support, because it is such a heavy support and resistance zone. Now we go back into the phase between January 2021 and May 2021. So that was actually 3 months, that AMC. Yes, because it was between this. Oh no, because this was part of that. So it was about 2 months. It was about 2 months that AMC basically trended sideways. This was in between the time period of January 2021 and May 2021. Probably roughly April. Let's see, April. So we'll say January. So we'll say it was like a 2 month period. We'll say it was like a 2 month period that it trended sideways. So that's what I expect to see for AMC. It's not going to take 2 months this time. We can see that the algo is extremely compressed. But if we go ahead and look, roughly, again, the algo can speed up, it can slow down. So roughly speaking, this time period should be between August and... So August, we're not thinking months, I'm sorry. August 9th. So August 9th. And August 22nd. Again, I don't want to give dates. I don't want to get people too hyped up or anything like that. So August 9th through August 22nd will be basically the time period where AMC, I don't know if you were holding that long, but it basically stayed at $12 to $14 for a 2 month period. Just stayed there, consolidated. Once we see a break of that range, we can get into this higher range and then start getting to the push to the upside. And then I also showed here on stream how this is all part of a Wyckoff accumulation, and then it's also part of a larger market cycle on the macro. But yeah, it looks like it's all playing out, and that looks good. I'm going to be tracking it here on a daily basis. I plan to do a lot more streams. Next stream will be a lot better quality. I have a few different mics we're going to be trying out and stuff like that. So just bear with me on the first couple ones here. We have a few different setups we're going to be trying out. But I plan to stream a lot more. That way we can track it here live in real time. And I can also do TA. You guys can ask me questions, whatever the case may be. But we do have a close for AMC at $4.80. $4.80 closing today for AMC, which is perfect. If we look very closely, it looks by tomorrow we'll start seeing this uptrend. This is perfect. This is very good. This is very good. Look how close it's tracking right now. It's insane. So we're looking for a break of this expanding megaphone, getting this pushed upside, and again getting that momentum, and then going into the boring phase. We need to make a name for that phase, so we'll make a name for this phase right here, but it's going to be really, really boring. But until this time period, I'm going to try to stream. I'm going to try to stream like every single day until we get to this time period where we see the squeeze. I'll try to stream. I'll at least do a video. I'll try to do a stream and a video or something like that. But we'll figure it out. Alright, so we are currently at 3 hours and 43 minutes on the stream. We have 115 likes, 1 super chat, 1 new member. I appreciate y'all. Unless y'all got any questions, probably gonna end this one. I'll probably do an update video still. Yeah, I'll do a quick update video. Yeah, okay, yep. So yeah, I'm gonna drop a video too, just to update everyone on SPY, on the TA, everything going on.